7:30. Then on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU football faces Washington State with pregame starting at 4:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at WistaraCU.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Humble bragging.
I slept great until I got up this morning at my accustomed time of 3:45 to get ready for this extravaganza.
Bitter jealousy.
We've been working together for 9 years.
That's true. That's true.
9 years, and a lesser stag has caught your scent.
And timeless Friday traditions.
I'm like, let's go. Let's get the party started. I'm ready to go.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on DenverSports 104.3 The Fan.
All right. Happy Friday. Oh, man, life is good right now. It's a Friday. It's a football Friday. We got the Ryder Cup on. Nice early matches going on. Brandon Stokley is very, very happy right now. Are you going to be able to focus this morning? I just need to know where your concentration level, your focusity is going to be today.
Yeah, probably not at the top of my game when it comes to focus today. So might need a couple mulligans.
I see.
Might need a couple mulligans today. We do have the Ryder Cup on, starting bright and early. Absolutely love it. Should be great matches. Should be great overall finish on Sunday. So looking forward to watching that this weekend. Some great college games.
Yep.
Broncos Monday night. So, your Sunday's freed up. Yeah. I'm going to do my best, though, Mike. But I probably need a couple mulligans. Can't lie.
Well, maybe a little breakfast ball right off the start here.
That's right.
You just pulled one 300 yards to the left. You went looking for the ball that said Stoke or Stokley on it.
Stoke.
Just Stoke.
Yeah. I got all kind of different stuff. I think one of them has Cajun.
I like that.
Yeah, so I got a few different things on my golf balls. But yeah, I did. But the breakfast, we hit 2 off the first. The next one I piped right down the middle.
Of course, that second guy's always good. That
All-American.
second guy. That
He's an
second
All-American.
guy is like ready for the tour. What is the appeal? What makes the Ryder Cup so much fun for you?
Well, it ends up being a team sport where golf is an individual sport, and so that is unique and cool. And I like the format. You have 2-on-2, and then you have best ball, you have alternate shot stuff. So different formats, and then you finish with singles. The last day, 1-on-1, mano-a-mano, and it's country against Europe.
Mano a mano? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that must be the Cajun version.
Right.
Okay.
Cajun word of the day.
Mano o mano?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I always thought it was really it's mano a mano, but okay. Hey,
Cajun.
tomato.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, U.S. versus Europe. So it's and if you love golf, and it happens every 2 years.
Yeah.
And it's been going on for since 70s, 60s?
Oh, earlier than that, yeah. Yeah, it's been going on a long time. No, I think it's great. Anytime you have U.S. versus another country, or in this case, countries, anytime you got national pride on the line, I think it's awesome. I love the team aspect. And I think the thing I like about it most is this is an event where guys choke. I mean, they really feel the pressure. Like, these guys are normally cyborgs most weeks out there on the tour, but I don't know whether it's because you're playing for a team and you don't want to let down your teammates because you're playing for your country. But man, and maybe also because the crowds are a little bit more boisterous.
That's another aspect that makes it fun and puts more pressure on the guys.
And more pressure. So I think it was a couple of years ago, our guy, local guy, Wyndham Clark, I remember had a big shot down near the end, and I was just like, you could just see as he was getting lined up to take the shot. I'm like, oh my goodness, this guy is feeling the pressure. And I mean, he like Hosel rocketed it like off to the right. And, I don't
need to call off our
mean,
guy.
I don't mean to. I don't mean to
my
put.
guy.
I don't want to put Wyndham Clark stuff out on their street. Who knows? He may be home right now listening.
Right.
Hitting balls.
Yeah, exactly. Got his pods in, getting ready. Listening to the show.
Yeah, that's right. So,
so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, we love you, but you'll admit to it. You'll admit that pressure is ramped up.
Yeah, it's a whole nother level and then the fans, like you said, you don't get that on a normal tour event. So it's it's got history to it, and these guys they do it's something different. You see emotions from them that you don't see every single week.
Another good one, yep.
And so it's great. It's awesome every couple years. And then you usually see a little back and forth between the guys. Like they get ticked off.
Yep.
They let their emotions show which they don't do on a week to week during a tournament.
Well, Sean Payton, his message yesterday to Broncos country: we are still trying to find an identity on offense.
Yeah, and I think we've evaluated. That's a great question relative to where we are. It's important, and I think this sums it up, is to say, hey, this is an identity relative to running and throwing the ball. This is our identity. I would say we've yet to establish that clearly for anyone watching or ourselves, and so that's us as coaches.
Gonna find it there soon, Coach?
I think soon. Soon.
Would you like to be further along?
Yeah, sure, yeah, absolutely.
Soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
You heard him laughing.
Yeah. Clock's ticking, Coach.
He's hoping they find it soon, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but this is the concern with a young quarterback and not a lot of young pieces at the wide receiver position, and then the offensive line is just not playing at the level that we were hoping they would play at when it comes to run blocking. I mean, pass protection's been fine, wouldn't you say? I mean, it hasn't been the reason they lost 2 games.
No.
I would like to see them run the ball a little bit better. I think that's the biggest thing for me right now with the offensive line is being able to run the ball a little bit better. But hopefully, like Sean said, hopefully we see it soon. But this is the concern, that they take a little bit of a step back here this year, Mike.
Well, you did warn us about that, and you were shouted down in the runaway optimism hype train that surrounded this team. You poured a little cold water on it, and right now, you're looking like you might have been onto something. But there's still plenty of time to prove you wrong, which we'd all love to do. And I know you would love to be wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
You would love to be wrong.
I would.
Not as wrong as you were about the Rockies train leaving the station for the golden age of Rockies baseball wrong. That was wrong. Talk about mulligans. Talk about hitting it 300 yards left. That was that.
I'm on the football. I'm on the football.
All right.
I don't know. You talk baseball. They still playing baseball?
What's this baseball sport you speak of?
That's still going on?
It is still going on.
Really?
Yes.
They lost again.
Yeah, well, hey,
Tonight it didn't happen.
No, it didn't.
Glad they scored that last run in the 9th inning that cost me an over.
An
under.
Oh, boy. Well,
Thanks. Way to go. 6-2 instead of 6. Great job, man. Thank you. Awesome.
It is, and is it just me? A Friday, giving you a chance to get those hot sports opinions off your chest. Heading off into this weekend, unburden yourself. Give it to us in the form of, is it just me? Want plenty of opinion, humor, snark, working a Brandon Stokley French Cajun word phrase of the week, and you move right up to the top of the line. Coming up next, we're going to hear from Bo Nix. As you can tell, he's starting to kind of get tired of talking about this. That's next.
Will Vance Joseph's defense take advantage of a backup quarterback? Will Sean Payton find a rhythm on offense? We'll break it all down in the Fan Football Postgame Show, live on game day starting at the 2-minute warning. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Well, as you wrap up this summer, you probably want to be asking yourself this question. Did you crush it this summer, or did something feel off? Simple way to find out, take the low testosterone quiz at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. Unlike the quizzes your kids complain about are the ones that still give you stress dreams all these years later. This one is very simple. 10 questions, yes or no, takes 2 minutes, real easy, and your answers could go a long way towards determining if you have low testosterone, putting on weight, not sleeping well, feeling sad or depressed, loss of sex drive. Well, the next step is easy. Reach out to the experienced, professional, and compassionate staff at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. For me, a couple years ago, I was running out of gas. Later in the day, got my T levels checked. Yep, they were a little on the low end. Got set up on a customized low T plan, and here we are 2 years later feeling great. Low T, more common than you think. Early to mid-30s, we start losing 2 to 3% of our testosterone production every year. So schedule a consult at just $99. Start low T treatment that day. Your office visit is free. 5 locations, including Fort Collins and Colorado Springs, and a new and improved office in Castle Rock. Call 720-440-7900 and at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 and monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Mike Evans here for Copperhead Plumbing. Your home doesn't have to flood before you know there's a problem. With the Mow and Flow Smart Water Shutoff System, you can monitor your home's water usage in real time right from your phone. You'll get notified the moment a leak starts. Trust Copperhead Plumbing for professional installation. Ask about installing a Mow and Flow system today.
Copperhead Plumbing, built to last. Call us once, you'll forget the past.
Copperhead Plumbing. They plumb different. They plumb custom.
You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten, classics are remixed, bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Do you want the lowest rate for life? Get our 4.75 5-year fixed. APR is 5.89.
Did you say 4.75% fixed for 5 years?
Yes.
Yeah, I want that, but what if rates fall?
Our lowest rate for life program takes over. If rates fall even as little as 0.5%, we can redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee and no limits to the number of times used. Only at U.S. Mortgages. Call 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
Ho, ho, ho. I know you didn't plan to hear from me this early, but I'm tired of lugging this bowl full of jelly around. That's why me and Mrs. Claus are with Soda Weight Loss now. I'm losing 6 pounds a week, and the wife keeps telling me I'm slaying.
Join Soda Weight Loss right now. When you join, your partner joins for free. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Football is back, and it's time for you to get in the game. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is here to help, and we're giving away a PlayStation 5 bundle. Download the Denver Sports app and tap the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a PS5 console, a 70-inch flat-screen TV, plus copies of Madden 26 and College Football 26. Don't wait. Download the Denver Sports app now. 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Utter nonsense.
This thing has gone totally off the rails.
Some Cajun seasoning.
Gree-gree?
And the occasional anatomy lesson.
Yeah, we're tight.
Okay.
We're like tired of mouse nuts.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Operator, won't you put me on through? I gotta send my love down to Baton Rouge.
All right, happy Friday, everybody. Is It Just Me Friday? Giving you a chance to get those hot takes off your chest. RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. Big weekend on tap. We wait till Monday night for the Broncos and Bengals, and you could just tell Bo Nix can't wait to get out there and get another shot at getting himself and this offense going. You could tell all week long, all the talk, all the dissection of his deep balls that he missed. You can tell he's starting to get kind of tired of talking about it.
I'm going to miss several throws in the future and probably going to miss a few deep ones. We just got to keep throwing them.
Keep throwing them. As well as Sean saying, hey, he still got confidence in Bo. Keep firing. How does Bo feel about that?
Well, I love it. That's, the name of the game. You just keep making the next play. You keep throwing it. You don't want to be, afraid of failure. You don't want to be afraid of missing. You just go out there and shoot the shot, and, we'll hit them.
Final one from Bo. He was asked if all of the offseason hype, and including Sean Payton coming out and saying that he believes that Bo could be a top 5 quarterback in the next couple of years, has that put extra pressure on Bo to start the season?
I don't think so. I think, it's better than him talking about how, tough of a team, tough of a season it's going to be because we don't have it. So I'd rather, have the confidence going in and, have the full season to play and just get to go out there and play it out than a coach that doesn't really have confidence in us.
All right. What'd you hear there from Bo? What do you hear? Confidence? Do you hear anger? Do you hear any bit of doubt? What do you hear there?
I like what I hear. I mean, that's what I want to hear. I don't want him to get gun shy. I don't want him to start getting scared to throw the ball down the field because he wants to be conservative now because he's missed a few deep balls. We don't want that at all. So, hey, a shooter's got to shoot, right?
Yep.
I mean, a quarterback's still got to be aggressive. I want him to have that mindset. I don't want him to lose confidence at all. And hopefully that's the case moving forward is you have the mindset of I'm going to miss some passes throughout the season. I'm still a young quarterback that's developing. I'm still trying to improve and get better and work on my game. I'm not a finished product yet. So there's going to be some moments and some games that might be a little bit of a head scratcher or not the best game of my life. I got to move on to the next week. And we saw that from Bo last year. I'm hoping that this year, because expectations are a little bit higher, that it doesn't change what we saw from him and his approach last year.
You know, there's a difference between looking rattled out there and maybe trying to do too much and maybe trying to be too perfect. And when I look at Bo and I listen to Bo, I don't sense, unless I'm completely missing it, and you out there listening, you just heard him talk, I don't sense that I'm hearing somebody who lacks confidence or who is rattled out there when he's playing. I get the sense that it's somebody who really desperately wants to do well. He wants to make the big play. He wants to make the big throw. He wants to get this offense going. So that's a fine line. And if my quarterback is just maybe pressing a little bit because he's trying maybe a little too hard as opposed to having a rattled confidence issue, hey, I'll take that all day long.
Yeah. My concern was he was going to try to do too much this year. That you go from what we saw last year and, the expectations, some people, always second-round quarterback, and he was a 6-1 take-in the first round. So, but then you go out and you have an unbelievable rookie year. Yeah. And doing things that we haven't seen in a long time. And the expectations all of a sudden change. Yeah. And so does your approach to how you're playing the game change at all? That was my big concern. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen him trying to do too much to live up to expectations. He's just been a little bit off. Have you seen him trying to do too much?
Well, explain to me then why he looks sped up, why he looks a little bit frantic at times. It looks a little bit, Mark Schlereth word of the day, frenetic.
Oh, yeah, we're still going to go with that today?
Yeah. We'll get him on a little bit here.
He's up he
short
didn't,
time.
Yeah, he didn't perform yesterday.
No, he did not. We didn't get a chance to test the bingo card.
Right, yes, exactly.
What do you mean?
Well, but we saw that from him last year too, Mike, so this isn't new.
Yeah,
this isn't anything new. And I can go back and I can show you film from last year.
No, I get that, but it's expected when you're a rookie in your first few handful of starts. You're supposed to be beyond that. So the fact that we're seeing it at the beginning of the year, then the question is why?
Well,
I think I'm with you. I think he feels and has definitely heard and has put on himself some increased pressure.
See, I just think this is who Bo is.
Explain yourself. What does that mean?
I was about to.
All right, go ahead.
I just had to look up at the TV real quick and see if we're going to make this putt.
Don't worry about it. Focus.
I am. I'm focused.
Pay attention, Campbell!
I think he is a high-strung type of guy. He brings a lot of energy, and it's just like he's wired that way, okay? Now, so we're going to see him operate like that sometimes, okay? And this might be a lot throughout of his career.
Ooh, I don't like that.
I'm just saying it
I
might
don't like
be.
That. He's got to get over that. You can't have a high-strung quarterback.
But it's not all the time. It's not all the time, okay? So I saw two of the deep passes. The one like we talk about on the double move to or it was a flea flicker that he ran into the back of Watt.
Flea flicker.
Yes.
Yep.
So he caught the flea flicker and he just it was weird.
It was weird.
Just sprinted up there and threw it like a javelin. I think that's a perfect. You said that earlier in the week. But the other two, he got his feet set. It wasn't terrible. So it's not like we're seeing that every pass, Mike. We're not. We're not seeing it every time he throws a football. And I'd like sometimes to, there was a play there that he threw to Troy Franklin over the middle that got tipped, but there's guys open underneath. Let's go through the progression, take the profit, and let's move on to the next play.
It is Is It Just Me Friday, and coming up next. For the third straight year under Sean Payton, the Broncos are off to a slow start. I'm going to tell you, and I got the numbers to back it up, why that is actually a good thing, this slow start. Again. That's next.
How should the Broncos attack the Bengals on offense?
Let's look good as a team collectively, and let's give J.K. Dobbins 22 carries. Let's give R.J. Harvey 10 carries and see what this number can look like rushing the football. Because of who the opponent is and what J.K. has shown, you give that dude the ball 20 times, you give R.J. a chance to rush it 10 times, I think this Broncos team could put 200-plus yards on the Bengals' heads.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Fellas, what's happening? Stoke here for family-owned Embers Living, a retail company based right here in Denver. Guess what? Football season is in full swing, and if you want to win the tailgate this year or just be the king of the block, Embers Living has you covered with their top-of-the-line Yoder pellet smokers. And they're in stock right now. These are hard to get your hands on, but Embers Living has them in stock right now. Forget your neighbor's burnt burgers. You're bringing the flavor this season. Head to Embers Living today and gear up with the best. Whether you're rooting for your favorite college team or watching the pros on Sunday, they've got the perfect smoker to match your grill. From standalone grills to built-in setups, pizza ovens, and so much more. Embers Living is your one-stop shop for the ultimate outdoor cooking experience. And oh, by the way, winter's right around the corner. If you're looking at that old fireplace and you need an upgrade there, they've got you covered there also with marquee fireplaces. Indoor, outdoor, Embers Living has whatever you need. Whether you want to win the tailgate or just get ready for winter, they've got you covered. Go visit embersliving.com today. Make your tailgate the envy of the neighborhood. That's embersliving.com. Embers Living, where your perfect tailgate begins.
At Tallgrass, we're proud to support the Rockies, the mountains, and the team. Learn more about affordable energy for all at tallgrass.com. And go Rockies!
It's back! Football is back, Broncos country, which means summer is almost over. And that means it's time for game days. Whether you're heading to Empower Field or traveling to Boulder to cheer on Coach Prime and the Buffs, you got to get there in style and on time. So let my friends at Hermes Worldwide handle the traffic and parking, and you handle the rest, which means have as much fun as possible and make as many memories as you can. So let Hermes Worldwide get you to and from the game safe. All you need to do is call Hermes Worldwide at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
Catch a ride with EV and Auto. Catch a ride.
I'm Evie. And I'm Otto. And we're fully charged. Like triple espresso charged at Foundation Chevrolet.
Reminding you, federal rebates on new electric vehicles vanish September 30th.
Time's ticking, and these deals are shockingly good.
Foundation Chevy is here to stay.
But these EV rebates are driving off fast.
Together, let's drive during Chevy Truck Month. Visit FoundationChevrolet.com and see us in Wheat Ridge. Catch a ride.
This is Jeff for Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we help Greg.
Hi, my name is Greg. I've been a patient of Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic for over 10 years. I noticed that I was really tired. I was lethargic. I didn't sleep really well, and I was overweight. My waist was 4 inches over what it should have been. It was really difficult for me to lose the body shape I didn't like. And of course, my marriage, yes. No man in their 40s wants to have low libido in their marriage. I'm really thankful for this therapy because it just makes me feel the man I want to be, active, at home, everywhere. If you're feeling like I was, call the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic today and get checked. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Thanks, Greg. It's true. Low T therapy will likely change your life. Your initial appointment is only $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Select Help, how can we help?
Hi, my CEO needs a POV on the ROI of HDHPs by EOD.
Okay, so you're a small business. Let's start there.
How'd you know that?
Let's just say it's not my first RODEO. Get it? Rodeo.
Oh, right. Letters.
Let's get started.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health. Insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
Raise your glass. Oktoberfest is here at Twin Peaks. Join them every Friday in September at 6 p.m. for their legendary Stein hoisting competition. Show off your strength, win weekly prizes, and score Sam Adams swag. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. Fall has arrived, which makes now the perfect time to call your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks, at 303-425-0985. Ductworks complete ventilation cleaning packages, scrapes and vacuums every inch of your system, removing dirt,
dust and debris other companies leave behind. Here's why that matters. Your heating system kicks on in the fall. Dirty ducts can reduce efficiency, raise your energy bills, push dust into your home's air. A professional cleaning now helps your furnace run better, last longer, and keep your family breathing cleaner air. Don't wait until the first cold snap when everyone else is scrambling. Get ahead of the rush. Call Ductworks today at 303-425-0985 or visit ductworks.com for your free residential and commercial estimate. Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
303-425-0985.
Get the lowest prices of the year on everything diamond at Williams Jewelers. Shop the largest selection of gorgeous loose GIE diamonds. Every shape, every size, and price range. But hurry, it all ends Saturday at 5 p.m.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Saturday on 104.3 HD2. Air Force football faces Hawaii with pregame starting at 1:30. Then on the Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU football faces Washington State, presented by Rocks Heating and Air, with pregame starting at 4:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at WistaraCU.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Self-appointed nicknames.
Obviously, I am the hockey guy at this station.
Grammar lessons.
High five, Flamma Jamma.
And Oscar-worthy impressions.
My version was, get off my plane.
Okay.
Yours was,
get off my plane. It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
I've seen those numbers, and so, you know, this can be an early October game if we want it to be, right?
Well, for the third straight year under Sean Payton, the Broncos have gotten off to a slow start. This despite Sean all offseason and through camp saying the importance of getting off to a fast start. But for the third straight year, they haven't. And I'm here to tell you, Stoke, that's a good thing. You're curious. How can this be a good thing, you ask?
Yeah, I mean, you're the one that's been, talking about it nonstop. Well, Sean said it was important. I mean, what coach doesn't say they want to get off to a fast start, Mike?
Yeah, but he really harped on it.
Every coach does.
He really harped. But
all right. Go ahead. Tell me why you think it's a good thing.
I'm here to find silver linings, okay? Enough with the 1 and 2. We can't do anything about it, but let's look for the silver lining. Did you know, in his career, a career in which he has averaged more than 10 wins a season, in the month of September, Sean Payton is 30-30, including 3-7 with the Broncos. That's the bad news. The good news is, in October in his career, he's 50-17, including 6-3 here.
Okay.
So, come on, we're talking about a guy who's now into his, 18th year as a head coach in the NFL? That's not just some, random stat. That is a pattern. 30-30 in September, and then his teams take off in October. Give me an explanation. Got to be something.
I don't know.
Come on, it's not random. That's not a fluke. That's a pattern. Why?
How do I know? I mean, I don't know.
You're the guy that played 12 years in the NFL.
Slow start, and they played good in the second month. I mean, it could be for a lot of different reasons. He had a lot of good teams, obviously. So, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure if he knew why he got off to slow starts, he would fix them.
He did admit he was aware of that number, so he's aware of it.
Yeah, but I can't give you an answer, Mike. I wasn't in the buildings to know why they play so good in the second month of the season, and they get off to an average start. Not sure, because I'm sure that Sean over the years has realized that, and he's tried to approach things a little bit differently. Okay, why? I mean, there's a big emphasis on it. I mean, he told us this year a lot that they haven't started fast, and that's a big point of emphasis. They want to get off to a quick start, and so he's looking at everything. Well, Do we need to do something different in training camp? Do we need to take a different approach to preseason games, play them more, play them less? And times have changed, obviously, from when he first started in the NFL to where they are now as far as how you can practice and, how you approach things and off season, all those things. But I'm sure he's looked at everything.
I guess
right?
it would be one thing if he had that record in September, 30-30, and then it got, incrementally better as the year went along. And so his numbers in October got a little bit better. Then it's just kind of, all right, just kind of easy. But the numbers take off in October. I mean, they really take off. So there's something to the idea there in those numbers that, for some reason, the start of the season, the first 3 or 4 games are kind of blah, and then they really start to take off. And since we're just kind of spitballing here theories, I guess the theory I'll give you offensively is that he does throw a lot at his team offensively in the first month of the season. It goes back to what he said a couple weeks ago when he was asked about all the personnel packages. Whoever asked the question had to be listening to Brandon Stokley. Had to have been. Because it was basically the question was like verbatim as to what you said. Why all the personnel packages? And he said, it's been my belief based on my career and talking to offensive people that I respect that the more looks you can give a defense, the better you're going to be in the long run. In the long run.
Well,
but maybe in the short run at the beginning of the season, you're throwing a lot at your team. You're expecting your team to catch up fast. They're drinking water from a fire hose, and maybe that explains why in September they're kind of blah, but then once they start to figure it out, the advantages that come with running that kind of offense start to show itself.
But my argument would be he had veteran teams in New Orleans where you had a quarterback that knew the system. So he wasn't learning anything new.
True, but rosters are always turning around him.
Well, but you look up, the Saints had really good football teams. Their core group was there together for a long time. They had a good group of offensive weapons that were around Drew Brees for a long time. So, I can't go with that. And then you look at this group, we're in year 2 here. Year 2 for Bo, right? How much has changed offensively? This offensive line is the same from last year. The receiving group is pretty much the same. You got one new piece, tight end-wise, pretty much the same. Evan Ingram's a specialist type of guy, so he's not playing, down in and down out. So there hasn't been a lot of change offensively, so I can't give them the excuse of, it just takes them a little bit longer because they do a little bit more than other teams. A lot of teams do a lot of things.
Yeah, but that's just...
Can't do it, Mike.
30-30 in September and then 50-17 in October. That's just not some random pattern there. There's got to be some explanation. And I'm here for your ideas. You're right. If Sean knew, he'd have done something about it. But I'm curious what the texters think, how to explain it. Or do you think it's just some coincidence? That's all it is. Don't put anything more into it. 303-713-1043 is the number. Those of you who can't follow, you're doing your stuff. If you would like a quick update on the Ryder Cup as the matches are underway. And
some people might be
I'm
recording
sorry.
it.
Well, I'm sorry.
So, no, but you got to give them a heads up. Spoiler alert.
What'd you call that? Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Watch this.
Oh, careful with that
Wow,
stick.
Ball on a stick, and he stepped on another stick that moved the first stick that the ball was on. Ball didn't move, though. What if the ball would have moved?
You can't move that stick? You can move that stick, can't you?
Mike, yeah, but if you move it, it's rested up against the
it's
ball.
up against the ball? Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
Anyway, the...
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler
if
alert.
If you're recording it, just turn it down
for about 10
seconds.
Well, about 20 seconds, because I want to give the update here. First of all, we got... Hatton and Rahm are trailing Justin Thomas and Bryson DeChambeau. USA. They're up one up. They're at one up through 6. Rory McIlroy and Tommy Fleetwood. 2 up over Harris English and Colin Morikawa. Already second-guessing Keegan Bradley there. 2 up through 4. Fitzpatrick and Oberg. Russell Henley's got the yips, man. He does not want to be out there. 3 up through 6. Fitzpatrick and Oberg, and Patrick Cantley and Xander Schauffele 1 up over Robert McIntyre and Victor Hovland through 3. So that is your Ryder Cup update. Up next, I'm going to tell you who I believe will be the most important Bronco of them all on Monday night. And it's not Bo Nix. That's next.
How should the Broncos attack the Bengals on offense?
Let's look good as a team collectively, and let's give J.K. Dobbins 22 carries. Let's give R.J. Harvey 10 carries and see what this number can look like rushing the football. Because of who the opponent is and what J.K. has shown, you give that dude the ball 20 times, you give R.J. a chance to rush it 10 times, I think this Broncos team could put 200-plus yards on the Bengals' heads.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Big weekend of football. We got high school, we got college, and you're probably already planning your Monday night party as well. So to enjoy it to its best, your game day spread, everything tastes better teamed up with Daisy Dips. French onion and ranch, they're my go-to dips. I'll have them with me this weekend in Fort Collins. Go Rammies! Because they taste delicious, but also because they're made the right way. Daisy French Onion, Daisy Ranch dips made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients you'd find in your own kitchen. Of course, we're talking about Daisy. Been in business for over a century. No one better when it comes to making your football spread a hit. So look for Daisy French Onion and Daisy Ranch dips at a grocery store near you.
This is Terrell Davis, two-time world champion and Hall of Famer. I learned early in my career that winning takes teamwork. And in banking, that means choosing a partner that has your back. That's why I trust Colorado Credit Union, a local financial institution that has spent more than 50 years investing in our community and helping families build a strong financial future. To learn more, visit ccu.org or stop by any branch. Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank. Federally insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required. Equal housing opportunity.
Hey, Stoke here. If you're like me, you know fall golf is hands down the best golf Colorado has to offer. The air is crisp, the courses are pure, and it's the perfect time to fine-tune your game before the season ends. And the best place to do that? Embers Golf in Westminster. The place isn't your big box golf store. Embers is boutique-style, family-owned, and built for true golf enthusiasts. They're not just selling you clubs, they're crafting a journey personalized to you and your game. They've got 2 private hitting bays, all the major brands, Callaway, G4, Titleist, TaylorMade, whatever you need, they got you covered, and they specialize in custom upgraded shafts that take your game to the next level. You can get a full bag fitting just like I did and actually feel the difference. I got fitted, I got driver, 3-wood, all my irons. I absolutely love my clubs. I'm so fired up about my golf game right now. There's nothing else like it around, so before the snow hits, get yourself dialed in and get ready to go. Embers Golf, where your golf journey begins. You can visit them at embersgolf.com. That's embersgolf.com.
Denver, are you ready to ascend? Bring Me the Horizon, USA Ascension Program, Part 1.
Every sky will build my friend.
Taking over Ball Arena this Monday with special guest Motionless in White, The Plot in You, and Amira El Fiki. On sale now through Ticketmaster. Produced by Live Nation. Bring Me the Horizon. New album, Posthuman Next Gen. Out now.
Your roof's the single most important part of your house. Snow and high winds can damage your roof. Don't trust your roof to any fly-by-night roofing companies. Call the professionals at Golden Spike for a free roof inspection and tell them you heard about it on The Fan. They're a locally owned company and a Team Dave Logan member.
Call Golden Spike Roofing when your roof needs a fix. 303-942-1386. Golden Spike Roofing.
Hi folks, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Home Improvements. My wife Susan and I started Done Right in our garage in 1985, doing a little of everything. We've grown to be one of the largest companies of our kind in Colorado, specializing in kitchens, baths, counters, floors, finished basements, and windows and doors. Serving Colorado 40 years. And what an adventure it's been. We've learned that the fundamentals of a successful business never change. That is, treat people like you want to be treated, do good work, price fairly, and back up what you say. That's our success formula. Here's our son Todd.
That's right, Dad. Been hearing that my whole life from you and Mom. Folks, whether it's a first-class kitchen renovation, an awesome turnkey bathroom remodel, a full-service basement finish for some extra space, or replacement windows and doors that will wow you, give us a call. With an 8% scheduling incentive and bank financing to ask about, now couldn't be a better time.
Kitchens, baths, counters, and floors, finished basements, windows, and doors. You have our word. We'll treat you right at Done Right. Call us to reserve your spot in our schedule. 303-722-2295, 800-362-8370, or drhi.com.
$5,000 $10,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LOCAL to get an extra 35 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LOCAL for a 35 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LOCAL for a 35 cents per gallon bonus.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
The post-crib assembly press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Michael, you had some trouble putting the crib together today. What went wrong?
You know, those instructions can be tough, and, well, you saw the outcome.
Were you upset when your wife pulled you and called in the backup?
No, I mean, the baby needs a crib to sleep in, so whatever it takes.
You've got a changing table to put together next. It's got a lot of drawers. What's your comment?
You know what? We're done here.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Joel Klatt, the nation's leading voice in college football, joins Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth every Wednesday morning. Presented by Groove Toyota. Here we go! Tune in at 8:10 for exclusive insight, bold analysis, and maybe just a hint of shenanigans. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Music history.
I've now baptized you in the glory of Led Zeppelin.
Brutal honesty.
Today's just been a bad day for you, Mike. I don't know how else to put it.
And some questionable taste.
I do not heat up leftovers.
Oh, my
I only eat
God.
leftovers cold.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Stink is in the Boston, Providence, Rhode Island area. He's going to be calling New England and Carolina this weekend for Fox. First of 2 straight weeks on the Carolina beat for Stink.
Yeah.
Get ready,
well,
Panther fans, as you welcome Mark Schlereth into your home the next 2 weeks.
The only positive is you don't have to do as much film study.
Good point.
You know, because you know the Panthers.
Good point.
So that's a positive there.
The hardest working guy in TV will
Yes.
not have to work as hard.
That's right. He could take a little break from all that hard work that he does.
Nobody works harder. Nobody's
That's-
more prepared.
That's what they say.
That's what I tell you. Bo Nix, it was very clear listening to the players this week, Sean Payton yesterday, Bo yesterday. The focus has been what to do better on first and second down. That on average they were at like 3rd and 9.5 last week against the Chargers. They were 2 for 13 overall on 3rd down. So emphasis on what they do on first and second down. Bo says it's important to get into that rhythm.
I think just early game completions, early game, touchdowns, get in a rhythm early in games. It feeds off, the rest of the game. And then, usually those go week to week. You get in a good rhythm. You see things well. And I think that's a little bit of our thing is we're not really catching a rhythm. We're just kind of, hit or miss. And that's, as an offense, it's tough. No matter, if you're trying to run the ball or throw it, you always want to get in a rhythm.
All right, so get into a rhythm, be better on first and second down, find some easy completions, get your offense, get your quarterback into a rhythm. That's what I heard you say this week, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. This guy is the most important Bronco on Monday night on the offensive side of the ball. You want to guess who it is?
I
It's
do.
not Bo.
Right, I do want to guess.
This is the most important Bronco on offense Monday night.
Cortland Sutton.
Nope. Try again.
J.K. Dobbins.
Oh, jeez. You're like Russell Henley and Colin Morikawa trying to hit a putt this morning.
Oh, my God. What? Evan Ingram.
Boom. There it is.
Is he playing?
He went to a full practice yesterday.
I didn't even know if he was playing,
Well, pay attention.
Mike.
Pay attention. Do your homework. So, Evan Ingram went through a full practice. I would, unless you have a setback over the weekend, he looks good to go Monday. They got to get this guy going. When you think about how his signing was received here, and Sean's got his joker, and we finally have a legitimate tight end, and we haven't seen him, and he hasn't made that impact yet. And you see the struggles of the tight ends to try to get anything going the last couple weeks. And when I think about the best friends for a young quarterback, a reliable tight end is right near or at the top of that list. And Bo hasn't had that through the first year plus of his career, and he hasn't had Ingram like we thought we'd have Ingram so far this year. So this is the game. This has got, to me, this has to be the Evan Ingram breakout game. And if you can tell me that by the end of the day, end of the night on Monday, Ingram's had 6 catches for 75 yards, I guarantee you this offense looks entirely different.
I like that. I do. We haven't really seen him make any kind of impact. Obviously, he didn't play last game. Hopefully, he is healthy enough to be able to go out there and play the snaps that he normally plays. We don't see him in certain personnel groupings. He's more in the 3 wide stuff. So hopefully he's able to go out there and do all of those things. But you're right. I mean, if you're looking for someone that can work the middle of the field, get some easy completions, running, these option routes, these choice routes, those types of things. I mean, Evan Ingram is that guy. So, I look, if you go out there and get, 5 or 6 catches, that's certainly going to help this offense stay on the football field more, get more comfortable, have more plays. Now the trickle-down effect is, now you're able to run the ball a little bit more because you have more opportunities.
Is it just me or the coach working with Bo screwed up his footwork? That's the problem. Stoke was right.
No, I
That's
can't.
the Tom House.
I can't take credit for
debate.
that, and I'm not going to take credit for that. I was concerned, and then my concern, I became less concerned when I realized that he had worked with him the year before also. So this wasn't his first time working with him. We saw the footwork a little bit sped up last year also, so this isn't anything new. And he doesn't do it every play. So it's something, obviously, that you want to continue to work on and improve, obviously. But he's still I feel like I've said this like a million times this year. He's still a young player that's developing. He is.
All right, it's an Is It Just Me Friday. It can be not only about the Broncos. That's what most of the texts have been thus far. But if you want to weigh in on other stuff, other teams, want to hear from you, RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. Still giving you a chance to get signed up to win our awesome PS5 bundle. All you have to do to enter, download the Denver Sports app, click on the contest banner on the homepage, and you could win a PS5, Madden 26, College Football 26, and wash it all down with a 70-inch television. Good stuff there. Coming up next, Sean Payton once again going to great lengths to protect his Q. That's next.
Will Bo Nix get back on track against the Bengals? Will Nick Bonito shine bright again in primetime? Zach Bai and Philip Lindsay will break it all down in a special Monday night edition of the Fan Football Pregame Show. Live on game day from Mile High Station, presented by Sam Adams Oktoberfest. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Fellas, what has happened in Stoke here? Hopefully your Friday is off to a great start. Did you know early to your mid-30s, guys start losing 2 to 3% of their testosterone production every year? And it happens gradually. And before you know it, you just don't feel like the same man that you did in your 20s. Decreased energy, not sleeping as well, maybe putting on a little bit of weight. Your workouts in the gym are not as good, maybe a little sad or depressed. But you don't have to feel that way, fellas. My friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, they can get you taken care of. They're experts in treating low testosterone and other men's sexual health conditions. And if you're like a lot of men, you can see amazing differences that these treatments can make in your life. Stop procrastinating, fellas. Most men wait a year longer to get help. Don't be that person. There's no need to wait. Jeff and his team at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic will get you taken care of. They serve the Front Range of Colorado for nearly a decade, and they have successfully treated tens of thousands of men. They have 5 locations in Colorado to serve you: Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock. Oh, go check out the new and improved office in the Rock in Colorado Springs. Call 720-440-7900. That's 720-440-7900, or you can find them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Vanity Fair calls BritBox a delicious streamer. Collider says everyone should be watching. Catch Britain's next best series with BritBox. Stream acclaimed new originals like Code of Silence.
You read lips, right?
And Linley, based on the best-selling mystery series.
Say hi, Linley. Take it from here.
And don't miss the new season of Karen Piri, coming this October.
You don't look like police. I'll take that as a compliment.
See it differently when you stream the best of British TV with BritBox. Watch with a free trial today.
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your team and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Hi, I'm Terrell Davis, 2-time world champion and Pro Football Hall of Famer. There is nothing more important than your health. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. I have a true treadmill at home. It's the smoothest and quietest I've ever been on.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
Heads up, pros. Now's your chance to unlock deeper savings. The Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred pricing can help you save thousands on the products your business uses the most. But the current benefit ends November 15th. Don't miss out. Registration for the new program is free and easy. Just bring your tax ID or business or contractor's license to the Pro Desk. Register now to lock in the best wholesale prices before it's too late.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
I just saw 2 houses for sale. Same neighborhood, almost identical, but one had an Orchard sign and it sold for way more. So I asked my friends at Orchard, why? The first house used a traditional agent. After weeks of price drops and frustration, they settled for less than they'd hoped for. The second homeowner chose Orchard and got more. Their local Orchard agent didn't just list a home, they marketed it. They knew exactly which upgrades would attract serious buyers and brought in a pro to handle everything. And even more, with Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, the homeowner moved into their new home before their old one even hit the market. They skipped all the hassles and showings. Never settle for less. Get more with Orchard, the smarter, faster, hassle-free way to buy your new home, even before your old home sells. Start with Orchard's free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Parking shouldn't slow you down. ParkWiz gives every driver a shortcut. Book ahead, save up to 50%, and skip the hassle of circling the block. Park smarter, park faster. ParkWiz. Download the ParkWiz app and save when you park.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Saturday on 104.3 HD2. Air Force football faces Hawaii with pregame starting at 1:30. Then on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU football faces Washington State, presented by Rock's Heating and Air, with pregame starting at 4:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at WistaraCU.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Bold takes.
I would put my fajitas up against any Mexican restaurant.
Active listening.
You weren't listening to a word I just said.
Plus, a little number crunching.
What's 12 minus 1? 12 minus 11.
1.
This is why math confuses me.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Oh, what a Friday morning. We're fired up for a great weekend of college football, pro football, Broncos on Monday night. For all you golf fans, you got the Ryder Cup underway this morning. We'll keep you updated on the foursomes that are underway. Not a great start for the USA, so they got to get it going. Some of their veteran players have not shown up yet, but still a lot of golf to be played. We'll keep you updated there. Mark Schlereth is going to be joining us coming up in about 15 minutes. We only get Mark for a little bit this morning because
it's been all week.
Well,
so nothing's new.
Okay.
What?
So no, I know.
That's what's happened all week.
I know. Mark will be joining us. He's in New England. He's calling Panthers-Patriots for Fox this weekend. So he's out there on the East Coast. He'll join us a little bit later on. Yesterday, Sean Payton, for the second time this week, going to great lengths to defend his Q, Bo Nix, when asked yet again about how he evaluates those 3 overthrows from Bo last week.
Well, you got to be careful, like when they're just off the fingertips. Yeah, I mean, you're always looking at your technique within the pocket. One of them is a flea flicker, and we had seen in 3rd and long when you run a draw, there was a big collapse of the defense, and so sure enough, no, I think that you keep firing. If it was something different, a lot of times maybe crossing routes to the left, if they're not mechanically opening up their hips, you can be behind receiver. There's certain things, but when it comes to the only thing I would say is, like Sutton's is a little bit of a double move. It was a seam go. And so, guys sometimes aren't at top speed, like your mind sees them, but just keep firing. He's going to hit plenty of those.
One more from Sean. If he's happy right now where Bo's mechanics are when it comes to throwing the football.
Yeah. Meaning, look, there's times I'm sure when we sit and watch the tape, but, one of the things that's a gift is his off-schedule throws. So you just want to be careful how much you tell him. I think part of it is when you settle into certain plays, there's a rhythm to, the mechanics, whether it's 3-5 or play action. But overall, I think it's coming out well. The key is One of his great strengths is he doesn't take a lot of sacks. He's quick through a progression. I think you'll start seeing that.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
all good with his cue.
Well, I mean, that's what you
gotta
expect
say
to
that.
hear.
You
That's
gotta say
right.
that.
I mean, what do you want Sean to do? Yeah, his footwork is terrible, and we're really
think he's a
disappointed. And Bo, so I mean, no, he's
Bo
not
should have hit 2 of those. He's got to be better, play better. Yeah, now it becomes just a mammoth story.
Yes, he's not doing that. So this should be the approach. I mean, you want to still install confidence in him. And you heard what he was talking about. Bo, he doesn't take a lot of sacks. And one of his strengths is off-schedule play stuff. And so sometimes it's going to not look like he's doing the right thing or mechanics-wise, because he is. He does a lot of things well when things break down. And he's throwing the ball on the run, or he's moving up, moving back, things like that. So you don't want to overcoach things and have a robot back there. And, yeah, to Sean's point, he's a yard or 2 off on a couple of those deep passes. That is it. It wasn't like he overthrew him by 10 yards or all of a sudden, threw it out of bounds. It was barely off. Margins are small in the NFL. Now, NFL quarterbacks have to make those throws, certainly. So it's an approach that Sean should have.
So that's what he's saying publicly. I get it. How different, how much more intense are the private conversations, do you think, based on what you know about quarterback-coach dynamics and relationships? How do you, even in private, are you still trying to, mama cat your quarterback, your young quarterback? Is it all focusing on the positives? How much real intense scrutiny is Sean giving Bo at this point? Because come on, we've had Joel Klatt on this week, Dan Orlovsky, the footwork at times and the frantic nature, the sped up nature inside the pocket. How intense is Sean going after Bo behind the scenes?
No, I don't think much at all. You look at a play here, a play there, and you talk about what you want to correct. You just work on things at practice, and you continue to show confidence in the guy. Just what he's doing in the media. I mean, that's what you do behind the scenes also. You want to continue to build your guy up. You think Bo is happy with, missing a few of those throws? No. So he knows he needs to make those throws, and as a coach, you want to, continue to install the confidence in him and that, hey, you're not that far off. Let's continue to work on the things that we need to work on, and we'll be fine. We'll hit those next time.
We have an Is It Just Me Friday, giving you a chance to get those hot sports takes. Here's a hot one. Here you go. This is either James Marilat's burner phone or it's definitely a James Marilat disciple. Is it just me or Jarrett Stidham should be put in at halftime if Bo is still doing his Mac Jones impersonation? That's a James original, the Mac Jones original. All right, let's. While I freely acknowledge that Mac Jones, our guy Squishy Mac, was certainly done wrong by Bill Belichick, coming off an encouraging rookie season.
Absolutely.
And your idea to give your quarterback in his all-important second year, avoid the sophomore slump, all that, is to give him co-offensive coordinators, neither one of whom is an offensive coordinator. One was a defensive coordinator and one was a special teams coach. Ladies and gentlemen, that is when the downfall of Bill Belichick began, right there. But so while I have sympathy for Mac Jones, do not put Mac Jones in the same category as Bo Nix, okay? The eye test tells you you're looking at 2 different quarterbacks. Mac can't run. Mac has no athleticism. Mac has a pea shooter for an arm.
Yeah.
And absolutely, I mean, if you watch him try to throw a 15-yard out to the sideline, I mean, he is huffing and puffing and stretching and straining to get that ball out there. So, and that's not the case with Bo. Bo has obviously things to work on and be better at, but stop with the Mac Jones comparisons, please.
God bless Bo Nix.
You're embarrassing yourself.
Yeah, I mean, Mac won a couple games here in San Francisco the last couple weeks, filling in. But yeah, you watch him operate. It's painful. And 2 totally different quarterbacks. So we're not taking Bo out of the lineup. He's not getting replaced. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Well, What do you mean? What not happening? Like
Well,
not happening at all? No, not by halftime. But come on now, they're at some point.
It's not happening at all this season.
Ooh,
nothing. Ooh, nothing, Mike. Ooh, nothing. Nothing.
No, at some point it's got to get better. If not, you still have a season to try to save. You can't. This is not.
Thanks a lot, Mike.
Well, no. Come on now. While this is an important year for Bo, and we all expect Bo to end up being the dude, you can't just shelve the season and sacrifice the season in exchange for just, well, we got to keep sending Bo out there because we got to develop the guy. At some point, you got to save the season. You got to try to save the season.
Mike,
I know we're not there
Bo
yet. I'm
is
just
not
saying.
coming out of the lineup this year. No chance. Okay, none. So don't even think about it.
Okay.
So people that are saying that already, it's not happening. Look, if he falls flat on his face and he can't function, then okay, I get it. But I don't think it's going to be that bad. So, that I've heard that a few times now, and it's just stop with that because
I'm not going to. So quit asking.
Thank you. Because okay, you think Stidham's going to come in and save the season, Mike? Do you? Do you? No, he's not. Let me help you out.
But if Bo can't get it done, you got no choice but to try something else. I get we're a ways away, but
Bo gets the longest leash ever.
You better win Monday night. Because if you don't win Monday night and the offense struggles, and then you got to go to Philadelphia and you lose that, now you're 1-4. Come on now.
You got to win. I brought it up yesterday. Is this a must win?
No, you'd be one. If you lose this one to Cincy, you're probably going to lose to Philly. Now
Right.
you're 1-4.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay,
I understood you.
Well, Ty was in my ear.
Okay, well,
questioning my math.
Well, okay. So
my math has gotten worse over the last 9 years with you know who, but it's not that bad that I can't do
right
1-2 to 1-4.
No, I know. But Ty did that in your ear, so you didn't have to say that in a microphone.
No,
is what I'm telling you. Yeah, so you don't have to throw him under the bus.
I didn't need to put.
Hey, Ty. No, I did it right. I mean, you
my
didn't
bad,
need,
Ty.
Yeah, which, by the way,
you're right.
I didn't realize you were projecting ahead to the Eagles.
Right.
I shouldn't put
because
I shouldn't put your
in
business,
which case your math was wrong.
I shouldn't put your business out on the street.
Right.
Shouldn't put your
You
business.
should have
out.
just kept that in house
You're right.
because no one knew anything about it.
All right.
So, and then you could have told him during the break.
I know.
Hey, Ty, I was actually going all the way to the Eagles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stink joins us.
We hope.
We hope.
think.
Coming up next.
Will Vance Joseph Stephens take advantage of a backup quarterback? Will Sean Payton find a rhythm on offense? We'll break it all down in the Fan Football Postgame Show, live on game day starting at the 2-minute warning. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Stokley from my friends at Roller Auction, a leader in Colorado auctions for over 40 years, and they got some great upcoming auctions. Oh, what a week it was this week. Some unbelievable auctions that ended. Don't worry, next week got a couple great ones. All you got to do is go to rollerauction.com to get logged in, to get signed up. It's free. It's easy. It's open to the public. Best part about it is you're going to get great deals on great items. That's what I love about Roller Auction. Got a custom cabinetry and casework auction that will be ending on Tuesday, September 30th at 9 o'clock in the morning. This is a really cool auction. Got edge banders, CNC routers, saws, wood, all kind of woodworking equipment, laser templator, a couple box trucks, 4 regular trucks, also a couple forklifts, trailer, compressor. This is a great auction. Like I said, it's ending on Tuesday at 9 o'clock in the morning. Then on Thursday, got a Larkspur outlet that will be ending with over 300 items in it. This is what I love about Roller Auction. Go see it all and get yourself one of those great deals at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you get coverage options based on how much you want to pay for car insurance. And then you decide how to spend the rest of your money, because you're in charge. And right now, you're going to pay for groceries. But you decide what groceries. Just keep in mind you're running out of dishwashing soap. But you decide if you're going to buy that soap. It's just those dishes won't clean themselves, will they? Remember, with Progressive's Name Your Price tool, we'll help you find coverage at a fair price. And then you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com. And get ready for the workday.
Hey, it's Zach. Winter's coming. Don't wait. Order windows or siding from 5280 Exteriors before the snow flies. 15-year low-interest financing with no prepayment penalty. Call now for your free quote and see how low your payment can go. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Car accident? We've got you. Flanagan Law connects you with the top doctors and handles the legal stress. We give back, donating a portion of every attorney fee to charity. Flanagan Law, justice with heart. Focus on healing. We'll take care of the rest.
Looking to sell your used Rolex watch? We buy and sell pre-owned Rolex watches. All styles, from old to new. Hi, I'm Scott Matthew with Matthew's Fine Watches and Jewelry. Bring in your Rolex watch and we will buy it on the spot. No shipping your watch off to the internet site and waiting to get a check. Bring your used Rolex into Matthews. We have been servicing Colorado since 1951. Located in the Highlands Ranch Town Center. Matthews, we buy, sell, and service Rolex watches.
Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry. Located in the Highlands Ranch Town Center or online at matthewsfinewatches.com.
Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. Fall has arrived, which makes now the perfect time to call your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks, at 303-425-0985. Ductworks complete ventilation cleaning packages, scrapes and vacuums every inch of your system, removing dirt, dust, and debris other companies leave behind. Here's why that matters. Your heating system kicks on in the fall. Dirty ducts can reduce efficiency, raise your energy bills, push dust into your home's air. A professional cleaning now helps your furnace run better, last longer, and keep your family breathing cleaner air. Don't wait until the first cold snap when everyone else is scrambling. Get ahead of the rush. Call Ductworks today at 303-425-0985 or visit ductworks.com for your free residential and commercial estimate. Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
303-425-0985.
Attention taxpayers, if you owe $5,000 or more and have missed another tax deadline, you're officially on the IRS's radar. The IRS has resumed aggressive collections. That means wage garnishments, bank levies, even seizures of your home, car, or retirement accounts. If you owe $5,000 or more and missed the deadline, you're stacking new debt on top of what you already owe. Call Priority Tax Relief now. Their experts fight back fast and are saving their clients millions in tax debt every month.
I owed over $50,000. And they settled it for pennies on the dollar. These guys are as legit as they come.
After speaking on my behalf with the IRS, my entire debt of $25,000 will be eliminated.
Whether you've received collection letters or you're already facing liens and garnishments, call for your free consultation. There are no upfront fees. Priority Tax Relief. Let's make your taxes our priority. Call 800-968-3159. 800-968-3159. 800-968-3159.
Priority Tax Relief.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by TradeGen Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Relentless mind games.
Are you trying to get me in an O'Reilly right now?
Total accountability.
You're always throwing your teammates under the bus. That's just what you do.
And a sprinkle of advanced analytics.
The Boo rating, BOO, which is balls over opponent.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, we only get Mark for a limited time today because he is back on the East Coast up in New England. He's going to be calling Panthers and Patriots for Fox this week, but he does join us now. And good morning, Mark. And just want to make sure your plans are set for the weekend. If you don't have much going on tonight or tomorrow, I can get my guys to come on down and hang with you. You know, Burnsy, Budley, Ski, Wingy, Mole, Dodger, and they'd all love to hang with you, man.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous about your guys because, you know, you've mentioned that your guys have talked about how nice your feet are. That's the first thing that would, like, basically say, no, I don't really want to hang with you guys. And then, you know, you wax your back before you go on your boys' trip so that the guys, you know, see you with a freshly shorn back. That also bothers me about your guys. So I'm going to be okay. But I am traveling around New England right now. And, you know, I'm sure this brings you back the halcyon days of Mike Evans growing up here in the New England area. I have asked everybody that since I checked into the hotel to everybody if they know Mike Evans and if they can tell me about the Red Barn. And so far, nobody, not one person, has been able to come up with the Red Barn story. So I have not been able to verify the Red Barn story, Stoke. It hasn't happened.
Well,
yet.
you got to head up to New Hampshire to get the true effect.
Oh. You got to go to Maine. You got to go all the way up to the top of the United States.
I'm a New Hampshire legend. Okay, it's a Granite State thing. Okay, but yeah, that's where you got to go. Go ahead, Stoke. Oh, I thought you didn't.
I said you got to go up to the top of Maine. I mean, you're hosting the show, not me.
We're gonna be able to talk. We heard
what's going on. Go ahead, Stoke.
Okay.
I mean, what do you mean? You go ahead, Mike.
Well, no,
you're the host of the show.
Stink said he led to you. He said
I answered. Did you not hear me?
Yeah, all right.
Holy cow.
Okay. All right.
Go, Stoke. I'm like, Stoke ain't got nothing to say.
Stoke's watching golf right now.
What do you mean, go, Stoke?
Stoke wants to know how we get Colin Morikawa and Harris English going. All right. So we heard yet again from Sean yesterday, Mark, saying that the focus this week has been first and second down, staying out of third and long, increasing those third number conversion rates. Bo Nix talking about the importance of getting into a rhythm. All right, what can Sean dial up and what can Bo do differently on first and second down that they haven't done, let's say, the last couple of weeks?
Well, one, you can't have busted assignments and you can't get beat on your first and second down plays. That's just clean up your technique, clean up your attention to detail on those things. Then the other things I think that you always have to look at is, are there access plays? Are there gifts? Like there's certain defensive formations, for instance. Hey man, you've got Cortland Sutton out, as the weak side receiver into the boundary, and the corner is off. Right? That's a gift. That's a throw a hitch, get yourself second down and 5, and now everything in your offense is opened. So are there opportunities to get a quick gift play? Like those things, you got to be able to take advantage of those things early downs. You've got to have success early downs. Your quick game. Hey, your quick game, like where do you throw your quick game? Are you like all those little things to me, and a lot of the things success on first down is soften them up with some play action, soften them up with the quick game where you have those easy access throws, get yourself in second down and manageable right off the bat, and then you figure out your run game. Then you figure out what you're going to do after that. But you got to be able to take advantage, and you can't make the same stupid mistakes. Like Stoke talked about it yesterday or the day before, about like, hey, man, minors. Like you're one-on-one on a defensive tackle, man. You can't get beat across your face and give up a negative play, and now all of a sudden we're instead of second down and 6, we're second down and 11. Like that can't be.
Stoke, would you like to participate in this?
I'm ready now.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am ready now.
Right.
Thank you, Mike.
I just wanted to make sure I extended the invitation before.
I appreciate you. I'm ready to perform.
Go ahead.
Okay, my duties.
Okay.
As the co-host.
Go ahead.
I think what is kind of confusing here too is, and I don't think we talked about it really much this week, is they do a lot of short passing. They do. We see a lot of things that are called to go get you 5 yards. So this should be more of an on-schedule offense. And so that's the head-scratcher is we see a lot of these screens to the wide receiver, RPO stuff. We see a lot of, we saw the spot route, that Mark's talked about that they missed to Kroll on the first third down. We see a lot of these concepts that are meant to keep this offense on schedule, but they can't even stay on schedule with that. So that, to me, is a huge negative here with this offense.
Stink, real quick, because we've watched, you got me?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm here. I was just going to say to Stokes' point, that's where Bo Nix has got to be accurate.
Right.
That's where Bo Nix has missed. He's missed a ton. So we talk about the deep balls because they're easy to see. How many underneath routes, and you're 100% right, how many underneath quick hitch routes have we thrown where Bo is a yard or two off target and it ends up falling incomplete, a bunch of them. But go ahead, Mike. So Stoke is all over that.
I wanted to ask you because we've been watching and all the talk about Bo and a sophomore slump. The second-year quarterbacks from that class last year, Caleb Williams has been up and down. Jaden Daniels got off to a kind of an uneven start before he then got hurt. Michael Penix, same thing. We've watched Bo. You're going to see Drake May play this weekend, and I'm just kind of curious in doing your film study there, like how would you compare what you're seeing in Drake May in year two, maybe compared to Bo in year two?
Yeah, I think that Drake May has done a really good job. He'll get 8-10 scrambles a game, and he's kept them on schedule. So he does probably more of that than Bo does. But I think all those guys have been inconsistent and have not been great at taking what the defense gives them. And I don't know if that's I want to prove that I'm worth it. I want to prove that what I did as a rookie wasn't a fluke. Like, you have to be able to fall in love with the boring, because the boring is what wins in this league consistently. And if you fall in love with the boring and execute the boring, the big plays will happen. And so I think that's part of Bo's kind of where he is right now. And it was really interesting because as I was digging through, because I got Carolina and they beat Atlanta 30-0, and I'm digging through Penix's stuff, and it was really interesting. Once Penix went sideways early in that game, once he started like getting sped up, man, he never could get himself out of that downward spiral. And I think there is, and I think this is a maturity thing. Like, when you do have a bad play, and I was never good at this. I don't know where Stoke was, but if I had a bad play, man, I'd beat myself up over it. But, like, you have got to be able – that's why you play quarterback. You've got to be able to throw a pick and come right back like it never happened. And what I've seen is, like, with these young quarterbacks, is once they spiral out, they can't get themselves back in.
All right. Well, have a great call this weekend. Enjoy yourself, and we will see you back here on Monday.
You should be well rested from your lack of work this week, so you should be really energized for your play call this weekend. And next week, you better bring it, okay? So, you're on notice, buddy.
Hey, because I was up all night in the hotel soldering. Like, I just know the amount of soldering I did last
You are
night.
Mr. Solder. Unbelievable.
Have a good one, Stink.
See you, Mark.
Later, boy.
All right, there he goes. Mark Schlereth calling Patriots and Panthers. I'm sure you'll be doing your best to find that game on Sunday. Not. Coming up, is it just me? Friday, we'll get to 4 down territory. We'll start looking ahead to college football, CU, CSU, some of the big matchups nationally. We'll get to all that coming up next.
How should the Broncos attack the Bengals on offense?
Let's look good as a team collectively, and let's give J.K. Dobbins 22 carries. Let's give R.J. Harvey 10 carries and see what this number can look like rushing the football. Because of who the opponent is and what J.K. has shown, you give that dude the ball 20 times, you give R.J. a chance to rush it 10 times, I think this Broncos team could put 200-plus yards on the Bengals' heads.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
More confidence, more ambition, and increased desire to be active and healthy. These are just some of the benefits that come with getting your hair back. If you're tired of that expanding bald spot, receding hairline, or thinning hair and you want to do something about it, contact the amazing team at Advanced Hair Restoration. Start with a free consultation with Advanced Hair. Learn all about their quick and easy one-day hair loss solution that begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day, and it's even guaranteed to grow. All you have to do, choose how much hair and where, and Advanced Hair does the rest with the latest technology. Legendary Dr. Tanya Pauls and her all-star team. Getting your hair back does change your life. Take it from me. 20 years ago, I had this done, yes, with Dr. Tanya Pauls herself. My hair grew back and continues to grow 2 decades later. Winner of Westward's Best of Denver 2 years in a row. Right now, for a limited time, get a free consultation, 250 free hair grafts, and $250 off. Call 720-459-HAIR and at advancehair.com. That's advancehair.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. 1 discount per household.
I'm Dr. Joel Cherdak with Denver Regenerative Medicine. If you're ready to lose weight safely and effectively, we prescribe real GLP-1 medications at standard dosages from licensed U.S. pharmacies, not half-strength drugs from unknown or online sources. Your care is managed by a real medical doctor at a real clinic, with telemedicine available. And right now, we're offering a free consultation to help you get started. See real results for under $300 a month. Schedule your free consult today at DenverRegen.com. That's DenverRegen.com.
Hey guys, boy Stink here today about my long-term buddy Troy Hansford. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my guy Troy is still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if he can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you agree upon beforehand, bam, going to cut you a check for $5,000. Who else makes the offer? Nobody I've ever heard of. And he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house all cash and he can close in as little as 7 days. You have a house to sell, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. That's 720-900-4433, 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Saturday on 104.3 HD2. Air Force football faces Hawaii with pregame starting at 1:30. Then on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU football faces Washington State, presented by Rocks Heating and Air, with pregame starting at 4:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at WistaraCU.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Short-term memory loss.
I don't remember. What was the reason I gave for earlier?
Oh, my goodness. Okay. I don't remember what you said. You think I remember the reason?
Ironclad sources.
One of the biggest haters in my life, my wife. My wife. She will even vouch for that story.
And spontaneous karaoke.
New additions like Ronnie, Bobby,
Ricky and Mike.
If I like a girl who can cool it now.
Slow it down.
Watch out, I'm gonna lose control.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, rolling along on this football Friday, a little golf Friday, Ryder Cup Friday as well. We'll get you updated on the scores here in just a second if you're interested in that. But we will get to 4 Down territory here in a second. It is, and Is It Just Me Friday, giving you a chance to, just get stuff off your chest, heading off into the weekend, stuff that you've listened to, watched, read, picked up on this week that you want to get out to us and all the other fellow listeners. RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. Give it to us in the form of, is it just me? And we want plenty of opinion, humor, snark, and away we go. Bo Nix yesterday talking about where he thinks the Broncos are in that progression to finding an offensive identity.
Well, I think with, you look at our offseason acquisitions, the guys that we got, we're still trying to fit them into our scheme, find out, where we are as a team. But, we still have an identity up front. They're going to keep the guys off of me. We're going to be able to, not stay in long yardage because of sacks. We're going to complete passes. Cortland's going to have good games. And, those other guys, as they continue to grow, they're going to find their rhythm. And I'm going to continue, after, just 20-something games I've played, going to continue to get better and better and see things well. And then, we're going to continue to find the rhythm and the plays that we like, the scheme that we want to fall back on. But it takes about 3 or 4 weeks. Each season you're always looking around unless you have the same exact team with the same exact coaches. And even with an identity, it's important to have. It's important to use and be able to fall back on that. But the defense also knows what you're good at. So at the end of the day, you're going to have to change a little bit, year by year, game by game.
And I think that we have to remember something too. Okay, they're 1-2, sure, but you realize that they have not trailed in the fourth quarter of these last 2 games until literally at the end of the game?
Yeah. They haven't trailed in the fourth quarter all year.
Right.
Yeah, I know that.
So they're there. They are that close. And it still goes down as a loss. You are what your record says you are, all that. But, they just went out on the road against 2 3-0 teams and got walked off at the buzzer. Okay? So, and it speaks to, I think, how optimistic Broncos country is about this team, that, boy, the scrutiny surrounding this team is intense right now. I don't know if there's another team in the NFL that's getting the kind of hyper-aggressive critique from their fans that Broncos country's tossing out right now. So it's a demanding fan base. It's a fan base that's very, very hungry after, almost a decade of being irrelevant. And they're pushing, man. They are pushing. And, the Broncos are close, but you got to find a way to get over the hump.
Yeah. As a coach, as a player, you want to try to stay positive, right? Coaches are going to bring up some of the positive things because that right now, especially offensively, this group is not doing what they need to be doing. Sneeze.
You got to sneeze? Let it go, big fella. Let it go. Good job. Don't do what Mark does. Mark tries to, restrain his sneeze.
That's when you blow your back out.
You blow your back out. He hurts
rib or something.
He hurts
what
his
are you,
shoulders, and then we got a bleeder, and he's sticking, wads of tissue paper up his nose. I got to sit here across from him, looking at him with tissue up his nose. I don't want that with you.
That's
I don't want
amateur
that
hour.
with you. It is amateur hour.
So, but I can't lie, Mike. I'm concerned about this offense. I'm very concerned. In training camp, I noticed that when they would go 7-on-7, it looked good. And we talked about it. And I brought it up during camp. And all of a sudden you got to team drills, and the passing game looked out of sorts. Didn't look clean. Didn't look crisp. And so that was concerning during camp. And now we fast forward to the season, and they just look off. I don't like the excuse of, it's early. The 3-4 weeks, it just takes you a little time to get going. A lot of these guys were here last year. You look at this offensive line. You look at Bo, Cortland, Troy Franklin, tight ends, besides Ingram. You're always going to have a couple changes at least, and that's all the Broncos really have had. So there's a concern level there that with the negative plays, putting themselves in these tough situations, that all of a sudden it's just going to get fixed. I don't know if it's just going to get fixed. I don't know
Let's
if
go
they
position
have
by group by group
the guys to go out there
okay, that was
and
going to be
play
my question.
consistent enough football.
Do you like this, by and large, do you like this offensive line? Compared to maybe what you see around the rest of the league?
Yes, but they should be playing better.
Okay.
They should be better,
Do
and they're
you
not.
like the new look running back room with J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey?
Yes.
Okay. Do you like this receiver group?
Yes.
I'm not even going to ask you about the tight ends. All right. Do you like the tight end group?
No.
Okay. So there you go. There's your offense. Do you like the? Do you like?
I like Evan Ingram in the passing game, but overall,
We haven't seen it yet.
Right. Thank you.
You like the potential of it. Do you like Sean Payton's offense? Do you like Sean Payton as a play caller?
Yes.
Then there are a lot of yeses there about what you think this offense is capable of and the people that are playing there in the position groups. So where does your concern? I mean, what is it? What does it go? If you go back to what you saw during the preseason practices, all that into the first 3 games, then what's holding it back? Come on, say it. Say it.
What's holding it back?
Holding it back?
Wait, they're not going out there and executing and getting the job. There's too many negative plays. It's one guy or the other. Drop pass here, a penalty here, a missed block here. I mean, that's what it is. Guys aren't breaking a tackle here or there. Guys slip. It's one thing or the other. And so do I like, when you ask me, do I like them? And I say yes, that doesn't mean that they are all pros, right? I mean, I like our receiver group, but tell me who the all-pro is. Tell me who the top 5 receiver is. Cortland Sutton, I like Cortland Sutton. And then you got a bunch of young guys that we're counting on. So rank that wide receiver room in the NFL. Where would you put this room in the NFL?
Well, as a proven group, low. I mean, really low. But I do like the potential of this group. But see, you didn't answer my question.
What do you want me to say, Bo?
Bo.
I know what you want me to say.
Bo,
I know what you want me to say.
Because here's you, and this is something that kind of aggravates me over the last week or 2 weeks is that we don't hesitate, and we haven't hesitated over the last 8-9 years to go on and on and on about the importance of the quarterback and hyper analyze and scrutinize the quarterback. And then when you see what's gone on the last couple of weeks, there seems to be an effort to go out and absolve or make excuses for or kind of conveniently forget, the importance of the quarterback.
Well, no.
You can't have it both ways. You
Mike.
can't go on and on and on about how important the quarterback is as a football fan, and then when these last couple of weeks go the way that they have, kind of shy away from going after the quarterback. Come on, the quarterback is, and I get what you're saying. It's never going to be perfect with all these other position groups, but what are the great quarterbacks? What are the elite quarterbacks? What are the above-average quarterbacks supposed to do? They're erasers, right? They erase mistakes. They cover warts. That's what the great quarterbacks do, and I'm
we
not
don't have a great one
I'm
right
not
now,
expecting
Mike.
him to be
Well,
great, but when we talk about the evaluation of Bo, and all we can do is go week by week and go by what we're seeing when we evaluate. That's all we can do. We can just evaluate by what we're seeing, and let's face it, in terms of what he needs to go to get to that level, man, he's a long way away. And I think we have to be, big boys and girls about this and understand, Bo's got to be a heck of a lot better. A heck of a, and we can't be all about the quarterback positions, all this and all that, and then the moment we're not seeing the results we want to see from our quarterback, start making excuses by saying, well, there's 11 guys out there, and everybody's got to be doing their job. I don't want to hear that.
We're holding Bo accountable, Mike.
Are we?
Yes.
Are we?
We're holding Bo accountable.
Are we?
Okay. But it's not just on Bo. All of a sudden you're starting to say, you're starting to put him in the category of the guys that have gotten paid $50 million, that the guys are, you're putting them in the Mahomes and the Josh Allen erasers. I mean, like, whoa, this guy is still a young quarterback, still developing. So, no one's giving him a free pass. Who gave him a free pass this week? No one. I mean, you just went on this epic rant, Zach By style, for like out of the blue for no reason, screaming at the clouds, making up things in your head just because you wanted to get mad. Bo, he has his fair share of criticism here. Of course, he does, but not all of it. Not all of it. Guys around him have to play better. Also, so this is everyone. I look up and it's, Troutman a couple plays, and then it's Miners whiffing a block, then it's McGlinchey, and then it's, this guy dropping a pass, and Bo misses a couple guys, and this running back slips on a screen play that could have gone, the distance. And, so it's one guy or the next, and your quarterback right now is not good enough to overcome those things. Is that fair?
Yes. On the Ramos.com text line. Breaking news. Evans has figured out that Bo Nix has to play better for the Broncos to win. Wow, what great investigative reporting. Is it just me or does everybody else realize this? And Mike is trying to tell us. So funny. Well, I don't know, Texter. Is it that obvious? Because to me, I think we're going to great lengths to defend Bo. And
who's we?
Well,
tell me who is defending him.
All right. I hear far more people, and I'm just going by what we hear from on our text line, but we get hundreds of texts every day from people, that I would say the majority of what we and who we hear from believe it's Sean Payton's fault more than it's Bo's fault. And even on those throws that were missed, there's a lot of, Mims has to go full speed. Or Mims has to go and Sutton has to go and dive for the ball. Or, hey, if it hits their hands, you're supposed to catch it. I think because people know how important the quarterback position is and they recognize that Bo's not playing well, they're looking for reasons to defend Bo. Because I get it. No fan base wants to admit that the guy that they've put all their hopes and dreams into isn't playing that well. And they'd like to think that there are other mitigating circumstances. And I get it. Believe me, I get it. But I understand he's a second-year quarterback. I get all that. But, if the goal is and if the belief is that Bo's going to be the guy here for a long, long time, well, Broncos country's been able to see great quarterbacks over the years. So we know what it looks like. And we can all recognize that Bo's a long way away from that. So in trying to evaluate this guy, I think we have to go by, hey, we know what it looks like when it's really, really good. This is what we're watching right now. We're just going to stop and just say, all right, I'll talk to you at the end of the year and we'll see where he's at? No, you got to evaluate it week by week and talk about where he needs to be better.
Yeah, I mean.
Put the scrutiny to him.
And we have. On this show, certainly we have. And I think you're right. You're always going to have, any player that you're going to have a fan base, especially the quarterback position, that is always going to support you no matter what, and it's someone else's fault, right? I mean that they're going to look for it, and that's just the way some fans, that's just the way that they fan. But I think the majority of people here realize that, I think everyone shares some blame here, everyone, and when you look at the quarterback and the head coach, they get all the credit. They're going to get most of the blame. And, USA. Sorry, Ryder Cup. It's a depressing start. Anyway, but,
Do we need to turn it off?
No, absolutely not. We're not turning it off. We've dealt with much worse this week, with Schlereth and his issues. So I can watch this if I want to watch this, okay? So I just think that those guys are going to get the credit. Those guys are going to get most of the blame. I mean, that's what it comes down to. But it's not just those two, I can promise you, watching this offense. But they're the captains out there, and you got one play caller, and you got one that's touching the ball every time.
Right.
And that missed some throws. So it's, hey, it's the NFL, man, and your coach is going to stick up for you. I like Sean's approach here. He's got your back. And because – we understand it. He understands it. This party's just getting started for Bo.
Yeah.
We want him to look like Peyton Manning right now, but man, this is still early. He's still got a long way to go to be hopefully who he's going to be, in the next 3, 4, 5 years.
All right, let's get to 4 down territory.
It's time for 4 down territory, where Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth react to the latest action both on and off the gridiron. Kicking things off with first down.
Well, speaking of Bo, one thing that he insists, he's not feeling the pressure. He's not feeling the pressure from Broncos country. He's not feeling the pressure from the national media, and he's certainly not feeling the pressure from his coach saying that he could be a top 5 quarterback here in the next year or two.
I don't think so. I think, it's better than him talking about how, tough of a team, tough of a season it's going to be because we don't have it. So I'd rather, have the confidence going in and, have the full season to play and just get to go out there and play it out than a coach that doesn't really have confidence in us.
Look, and let me make it crystal clear, Stoke. I don't think that Bo's trending towards being a bust. I'm not worried. I'm not ready to go draft another quarterback in next year's draft. I laugh when I hear Bo Nix, Mac Jones, or Bo Nix, Drew Lock comparisons. I don't see that at all. I have not given up on Bo at all, and I recognize this is his second year. He's got a long way to go. But I just think that you can't be hypocritical. You can't go on and on and on about the importance of the quarterback and then kind of shrink away from Bo's performance these last couple weeks. I think it's got to be front and center, and I think we have to be willing to really, put the heat on him to continue to get better and show better than he has the last couple weeks. You can still believe in him, but you still expect and demand more.
Yeah, I mean, when he doesn't play good, we're gonna evaluate it and critique it. I think what Bo was saying there, I think you were concerned about it this offseason. Did Sean put too much of a spotlight on Bo and on this team? This NFL, man. I mean, you don't think Bo has pressure to go out there and perform to keep his job? Because he was a first-round pick. We realize that, right? First-round pick. There's pressure there. There's pressure playing NFL quarterback. Your coach tells you, thinks you're going to be a top 4 or 5 quarterback. That's not all of a sudden, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to go out there and perform because my coach thinks I'm going to be great. I mean, I think that's blown way out of proportion there. There's just pressure all the time in the NFL, especially playing the quarterback position. Sean Payton's comments have nothing to do with Bo and how he's performing right now.
Second down.
Sean Payton raving about what the Broncos have seen and gotten so far from J.K. Dobbins.
The leadership, the focus. I said this, I think, earlier. Sometimes when you sign a free agent, you kind of know what you're getting with the runner, but all the other things that came were a bonus, and he is explosive, he's decisive, he's downhill, he's powerful, he's got good balance, so he's been a good addition, a real good addition for us.
Yeah, let's make sure because there's been a lot of talk this week with Dre Greenlaw just continuing to be, out of action, that this free agent, free agent class and Evan Ingram not playing. This free agent class has been no good. Well, Hufanga has been better than advertised, I think. Got to avoid those dumb penalties like the other day, but I trust he'll be fine.
You're not in the WWE,
exactly.
Right?
He'll be fine. No more body slamming, and but you got to put J.K. Dobbins in that class as well. And where would this running game be without J.K. Dobbins? Because let's face it, R.J. Harvey doesn't look ready for prime time yet.
Well, it would be where it was last year, I think. I don't know. If Dobbins wasn't here, we'd be seeing Harvey a lot. And so I don't know if we saw Harvey getting 18, 20, 22 carries, what it would look like. So I would hope that we would see a little bit better from him so far. But, yeah, I mean, he's been underwhelming. But at the same time, he hasn't gotten a ton of opportunities because more of those opportunities are going to Dobbins right now. Is that fair?
Yeah, but I think there's also that sense that, Harvey's got a lot to learn about being a running back. And he's not the only one. It's funny. We saw this massive shift last year after the success of the running back. But remember, those were all veteran running backs, and many of whom were not with the team that drafted him. And it seemed like the NFL, being the ultimate copycat league, everybody was like, oh, now we got to go get a running back. And you saw a bunch of running backs go high up in the first round, early second round, and none of them have really shined yet. Although Marion Hampton looked pretty good last week.
Well, he's all right. I mean, we'll see.
Okay.
I mean, still early. We're going to see.
Hampton hasn't done much. Harvey hasn't done much.
I know, but we've seen 3
Jenke
games
hasn't
from a
done
rookie.
much. Travion Henderson hasn't done much.
3 games, Mike.
All right.
So,
okay.
You know,
all right. Fair enough.
Third down.
Last night, NFL, we saw Seattle. Another last-second field goal. They beat Arizona. Boy, can we just admit that Kyler Murray,
he ain't that guy.
He ain't that guy.
I think he's a bum.
Move on.
Wow.
Move on.
To where? To who?
Just move on. No,
I
don't know where he goes.
Where are they going?
He goes into the Sam Darnold, Baker, Mayfield.
Well, you got to have an option then. I mean,
rehab program. QB rehab program.
Are those guys trying to keep their jobs? The head coach?
Well,
I mean, Mike, you do realize, I don't know, you do realize that they are like the Broncos. Do you realize that?
The Cardinals?
Yeah.
How so?
They have gotten walked off field goals the last 2 games.
True, but at least
they could be 4-0, Mike.
They could be, but at least here you can still cling to the idea that Bo's better days are ahead of him.
Right.
In Arizona, we've seen enough.
But you could get worse.
Kyler's not the guy.
I know, but you could get worse. You got to have another option. That's all.
Well, no, I'm not saying you have another option now,
right.
but you need to go back into the quarterback pool next offseason. Meanwhile, Sam Darnold.
Balling. Seattle looks like a good football team.
Seattle looks like a good team.
Good defense. Good running game.
No, they look good.
Solid football team.
They look good. Okay, that'll do it for 4 Down Territory. We'll get into some of the college football stuff going on.
Guess what?
And a Ryder Cup update.
It's Friday.
McDonald's
just arrived.
Oh,
Stokely happy.
Stokely's
happy
Big
Stokely.
Coke?
Aaron
Big Coke?
boy, Richie Carney.
Big Coke? Big Coke?
Big Coke, no ice.
No ice.
No ice.
Good to see that I'm getting a positive influence on you. All right, we roll on this Is It Just Me Football Friday next.
Will Bo Nix get back on track against the Bengals? Will Nick Benito shine bright again in primetime? Zach Bai and Philip Lindsay will break it all down in a special Monday night edition of the Fan Football Pregame Show. Live on game day from Mile High Station, presented by Sam Adams Oktoberfest. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Well, Daisy has been treating us to their delicious products for over a century, and now they're raising the bar again with Daisy French Onion and Daisy Ranch dips made with only the best ingredients, real herbs and spices, and other ingredients you'd find in your own kitchen. No surprise, right? Of course, it's Daisy we're talking about. So for this weekend, your tailgates, your watch parties, high school, college, or just to enjoy while you're sitting on your couch watching football and golf, everything tastes better with Daisy dips. Daisy French Onion, Daisy Ranch dips. Look for them at a grocery store near you.
You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on OpenSignal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems. Listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
This is Rob Wilhite of the Wilhite Law Firm. If you've been seriously injured in a truck or car wreck, you want Wilhite. Get your free case review now. We've been voted best personal injury law firm for the last 3 years in a row. Visit WilhiteWins.com and win big with Wilhite.
Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. Fall has arrived, which makes now the perfect time to call your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks, at 303-425-0985. Ductworks complete ventilation cleaning packages, scrapes and vacuums every inch of your system, removing dirt, dust, and debris other companies leave behind. Here's why that matters. Your heating system kicks on in the fall. Dirty ducts can reduce efficiency, raise your energy bills, push dust into your home's air. A professional cleaning now helps your furnace run better, last longer, and keep your family breathing cleaner air. Don't wait until the first cold snap when everyone else is scrambling. Get ahead of the rush. Call Ductworks today at 303-425-0985 or visit ductworks.com for your free residential and commercial estimate. Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
303-425-0985.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Football is back, and it's time for you to get in the game. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is here to help, and we're giving away a PlayStation 5 bundle. Download the Denver Sports app and tap the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a PS5 console, a 70-inch flat-screen TV, plus copies of Madden 26 and College Football 26. Don't wait. Download the Denver Sports app now. 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Double crossing, you little punk.
Can't believe you did that.
Unbreakable trust.
See, I'm not like you. You just let me drown. You just let me drown. You do nothing.
And of course, emotional maturity.
Maybe a little bit angry.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, rolling through a football Friday. Big golf Friday, too, for all the golf fans out there. The Ryder Cup's underway. Let's bring you up to date, by the way. If you're recording this, you don't want to know, cover the ears or turn it down for a second, because maybe people do want to know. But not a good start for the U.S. so far. John Rahm and, is it Tyrell Hatton? Terrell. 2 up over Bryson DeChambeau and Justin Thomas through 12 holes. Ludwig Oberg and Matt Fitzpatrick blowing out Scotty Scheffler and Russell Henley up 5 through 12. Rory McIlroy and Tommy Fleetwood 4 up over Colin Morikawa and who's his partner?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
No.
Yeah, they're down 4 through 11 holes.
Harris English,
that's right.
Jeez.
And then the lone bright spot, Patrick Cantlay and Xander Schauffele are leading Victor Hovland and Robert McIntyre 1 up through 9 holes. So right now the U.S. is down 3-1. They just showed a stat. The last time Europe won the opening morning matches to start a Ryder Cup on U.S. soil was all the way back in 2004. The Scheffler thing, by the way, maybe there's just something to the idea that when you're the best player in the world, you don't play nice, you don't play well with others in the sandbox.
Yeah.
Because do you realize what Tiger Woods' Ryder Cup record was? He was not good in the Ryder Cup. 13 wins, 21 losses, 3 ties over 8 tournaments, and his team, the U.S. team that he was on, only won once in 8 tries. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said. All of a sudden, it's a different mindset. You're counting on somebody else to help you out, right? In all these matches, you're counting on someone else. It's not all of them, but you're not playing your own ball. Some of this first round matches right here are alternate shot.
Yeah.
So you need a teammate to carry their weight. And so that I think that's part of the issue. You're not in the rhythm that you usually are when you're an individual, mindset that you usually have. So it's a lot different.
It is Is It Just Me Friday, giving you a chance on this Friday to get those hot sports opinions off your chest. Anything that's built up over the course of the week that you want to share with us, share with your fellow listeners. Could be about anything. Obviously, a lot of Bronco-related stuff, but you want to weigh in on any of the other teams, go right ahead. Just want plenty of opinion, humor, snark. Mix in a Brandon Stokley French Cajun word phrase of the week, and you move up to the front of the line like this one. Is it just me? But keep making fun of Baker Mayfield. If the Broncos had Baker right now, they'd be 3-0. That's true. I think that is a true statement. It's not just you.
Okay.
So,
I mean, we had Peyton Manning would be 3-0 too. I mean, what are we doing?
I know.
We don't. So why are we bringing up Baker Mayfield?
Well, I think whether it's Baker Mayfield or
we have who we have.
I know.
I don't even like to play that game.
No. But
that's
I think
a dumb game to play.
Hold on.
A dumb text.
Hold on. Boy,
Why would you even read that?
Somebody's very upset about what's happening to the U.S. golfers right now. It's affecting.
Is it showing?
It's very much showing. Come on, you got your big Coke. You should be in a good mood right now.
I know.
I tell you, the play of the Americans is bringing you. You're not happy.
Take a
deep breath. A lot of golf left to be played.
I'm sorry.
A lot of golf left to be played. But you know what? It's true that, hey, look, these quarterbacks, so many of them are overdrafted. They're drafted way too high, and they're given the kind of responsibility to go out and save a franchise that they're just not equipped to do. And when you see Baker Mayfield play, when you see Sam Darnold doing what he did. By the way, it was just a couple of years ago, Carolina had both Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold. How about that?
Yeah.
Right? So it is a reminder that, when it comes to these quarterbacks, not everybody just walks in like a Patrick Mahomes and just seemingly has it all figured out. It's going to take a while. So maybe, and I brought this topic up earlier in the week, Stoke, and maybe the best thing that Broncos country can do is try to take all the hype that was surrounding this team in the offseason, some of it that was brought on by Sean Payton, and maybe as a fan try to flush it all out. Just flush it. Leave it behind, and maybe just go back to how you felt about this team going into this year before the hype train left the station. How much different do you think if you were able to do that, your view of this team would change?
No, not at all.
It would change. It would change
Mike,
a lot
I know,
for me. Change a lot for me.
Because everything that
I bought
someone
them the
says,
hype.
you just, I mean.
Well, I'm not the only one.
No, I know, but I think most of Broncos fans were very optimistic about this year. They weren't pessimistic and feeling negative about this group after what we saw last year. And then all of a sudden, Sean Payton said something, and then they're like, oh, okay, well, Sean said that. Now they better go to a Super Bowl now. No, the fan base here has high expectations. This is what you always tell me every single year, and especially coming off of last year with Bo's performance and how they played last year. The expectations were sky high this year. You turn on the TV, and you hear these guys, national guys, talking about this football team.
Right.
Winning the West and maybe making a Super Bowl run.
Correct.
That's not just here. So I think.
But you're making my point. The influence that the hype had on Broncos country, perhaps changing what I think, if you had been able to if you did not have the hype, the national hype, and you didn't have Sean having another 2-latte moment and talking about, I've had 6 teams in my past that I thought could win a Super Bowl. This is number 7. If you removed all of that, here's where I think that subtle difference is. And it's not subtle. It's huge. But I think this is the key difference. Had you not had all the hype, I think Broncos country would have still gone into this year thinking about this as a playoff team, but still understanding that this is a developmental process that we're watching from the quarterback on down. But when you add in all the hype, I think it shifted to a fan base that felt like this team had arrived as a legitimate AFC playoff team and contender. That's the big difference.
I disagree because I think most fan bases are unrealistic with their expectations. And you do it, Mike. You do it a lot, and I've tried to help you out here. You always say, well, you won 10 games last year, and you know what? You added more pieces, so that means, you got to be able to win 12 games this year. Like, doesn't quite work out that way. So I think Broncos fans came into this year after looking at last year, and the expectations were to make a big-time run in the playoffs.
But how much of that was fueled by the hype in the comments?
I don't think. I mean,
they take those all away. Do people still feel?
Yep, I do.
I don't.
I do. Because of what they saw last year with Bo and this football team, and they won 10 games.
Okay. Let's get to some more here on the RamosLaw.com text line. I still have high expectations, despite the fact you guys impulsively want to give them a funeral after 3 games. Stoke doesn't. I'm not burying them. But come on now. We were expecting more from this offense. And we're expecting more from this defense. By the way, I don't want to – it seems like all the conversation this week has surrounded Bo and the missed throws and this offense. Let's not let this defense off the hook, okay? This defense has been a disappointment.
That's fair.
Okay? Let's not let the defense off the hook. I mean, they haven't been bad. They've been good. But come on.
The Colts, it was bad.
Again, the hype.
Bad.
It was going to be special. This was going to be a special defense. And they haven't been.
No, you're right.
Don't let them off the hook.
No, I mean, my expectations were greatness. Domination. And we haven't seen that at all. They've been getting after the quarterback in games 1 and 3. Not in game 2 was a terrible game. Terrible game for this defense. And they still had a chance to win, and they couldn't close it out at the end. But the expectations and what we've seen, it hasn't lived up to it. Great defenses, special defense, they're able to close out football games. And we haven't seen that the last 2 weeks. So they are hitting the quarterback. They're sacking the quarterback. So they're doing a lot of good things. They are. There's a lot of good things there. But, man, the bar's not low. The bar's very high for the defense. So that's been a little bit of a disappointment also.
David in Loveland, any longtime Broncos fan would have been upset regardless the way they lost those last 2 games. Doesn't matter the comments or the coach or anything else. They were brutal losses. Let's see what else we have. This is a 7-8 win team. Hype or no hype, I was expecting a deep playoff run after last year. Agree with Stoke. Without the hype they were already expecting. I think the Broncos, here's my bold prediction. I think starting on Monday, the Broncos go on a 7-1, 6-2 at the minimum run over their next 8 games up until their bye week. Okay? How's that for optimism? You got Cincinnati, then you go to Philadelphia. That's going to be tough. But then you get the Jets in London. You get the Giants here. You get Dallas here. You get Houston, who does not look at all like they looked the last couple years. Then you're home against Vegas, and you're home against Kansas City going into your bye. It is set up for you to go 6-2 or 7-1 over these next 8 weeks, starting Monday night.
Got to get this one Monday night. Got to figure it out.
Mr. Must Win?
Yeah, I mean, I do. I think so. You know, if you want to get to where you are a 10, 11-win team and a playoff team, yeah, you can't lose to Cincy at home. After you've lost 2 in a row the way that you've lost them, and all of a sudden you look at it and you say, okay, well, can they dig themselves out of the hole? What's their confidence level? And then you got Philly. So now you're looking at possibly losing, 4 in a row? And then you got the road trip to London. I mean, at that point, I'm really nervous about, what that team's going to look like. So, yeah, I think you got to take care of business this week. I mean, we saw them last week. Cincy, they're awful. You're playing at home. It's a game you got to go out there and dominate. But I'm just nervous that, it's the NFL, these guys got pride. And they got embarrassed last week. That's embarrassing what they did. And Jake Browning's played some good football in the NFL. He's filled in for Burrow a couple years ago, and he played some good football. Won them some football games. So I'm nervous that now it's going to be a different look since
I get
because
that.
they're wounded. They're wounded.
You can't lose to Jake Browning. You can't.
Oh, I agree with you.
You can't. You can't claim to be a team on the rise. A team that's got the arrow going up, bright future, all that, and lose to Jake Browning on Monday night. You can't. You can't. So, yeah, this is a must-win.
I mean, I've seen worse losses in the NFL, so, I mean, it happens all the time,
I get that,
all the time.
But not – all right, Green Bay was riding high and feeling themselves and looking ahead to the Micah Parsons Bowl this week against Dallas, and they got caught napping and lost to Cleveland. Okay, that happens. That's the NFL. Every once in a while, the NFL schedule just reaches up and grabs you. And it's weird, but it's what makes the NFL beautiful. But for a team that has legitimate playoff aspirations, losing 2 gut-wrenching games the last 2 weeks the way that they have, to be able to come back home in front of your fans, you've won 6 in a row at home over the last 2 years, to be on national television, to have all that in your favor, you can't lose to Jake Browning. You can't. You just can't. So this is absolutely a must-win. Absolutely a must-win. And if they do get it, I think they're poised to take off. Look, for the texter who said, it's funny, Mike, as much as your bold predictions don't seem to match all your complaining. It's not complaining. See, there's the key difference, okay? This is what you're missing. I'm not complaining about the Broncos, but, it's time to start holding this team to a higher standard. And gone are the years, the last 8-9 years of just wishing and hoping and just honestly making up reasons to try to be optimistic that weren't there. There are legitimate reasons to feel good about this team, and I just think we have to start holding them to a higher standard.
See, we approached this year different.
Yes,
Remember?
you and I did.
I mean, much different.
Yeah.
So the bar for me is low this year. I want to see a few things to feel good about moving forward. Top of the list is Bo, obviously. Continue to develop. And if a couple of those things happen, then you know what? Then I'm good. I'm good. I really am. It's like that line-up year for the Broncos and for Sean Payton. But I do need to see a couple things moving in the right direction to be like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah, you said before the season, I think it bears repeating, you said, hey, look, I'm not caught up in the 10, 11 wins and go to the playoffs and win a playoff game. I think this team could go 9-8, or I think you even said 8 or 9, and I'll still feel good about the direction that they're going in. This, to me, is basically, what'd you call it, a gravy year? A
lagniappe year.
Yeah, no.
It's a freebie.
Okay,
it's a free roll.
A freebie. It's a freebie year. It's a free roll.
Sean did so good last year, I gave him a free roll.
So they got a free roll this year.
Free bet.
Free bet. Have you seen anything through the first 3 games that makes this exactly the kind of year you thought it could be, and yet you could still feel good about it? these first 3 games?
No,
because the record isn't there. But
Right.
but in the process of going 1-2, have you seen anything that's like, yeah, it's okay. I'm not sweating it. I still feel good about the long-term future.
No.
Okay.
No, I mean, because for me to be, all right, we're all good, I need to see Bo be better. Okay, that's at the top of the list, of course. And then on top of that, I mean, this defense needs to be better. Okay? And then some of these other guys I want to see a little bit more from. This offensive line's been disappointing. There's things there that I wanted to see to be able to give that free pass to the Broncos that have been underwhelming.
Yeah. Texter says, holding them to a standard does what? And how do you want us to hold them to a higher standard? Should we not go to the game? Should we not watch the game? Should we trash talk players till we puke? No, it's not being afraid to call players out, call coaches out, and demand better performances and more accountability. That's all. I mean, it's coming out and not dancing around the idea. I mean, this texter, this guy, I know this guy is a huge fan, huge Bronco fan. And he said, guys, let's not overthink it. It is the quarterback. He's the reason the offense stinks right now.
No, I'm not.
It's coming out and saying this defense has been overrated thus far and hasn't lived up to their hype. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
When it comes to holding people accountable.
No, I mean, Bo,
Higher
look,
standard.
Bo deserves his fair share of criticism, right? He does. But it's not just him. It's not. It's not even close to being just him. Offensively, everyone shares in that blame. Everyone does. And it's got to, those guys have got to play better. You know, you want the quarterback to be the straw that stirs the drink, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, be that guy that uplifts everyone around him. But when that quarterback is not developed yet, and that quarterback is still developing, the guys around him have to do more. And they're not doing more right now. Okay? Now, is Bo need to do more? Yes, Bo needs to do more. He does. But the guys around him need to do more also. And they're not upholding their end of the bargain. Is that fair?
That is fair.
Okay.
But there are some things that you can realistically expect of Bo, even at this part of his development.
Yes,
and
1,000%.
Those are the things that
we're still being critical of him.
Yeah.
And he, like I said, he needs to do some things better also. Okay? So he's not getting a free pass here. Not at all.
On the RamosLaw.com text line, sorry, Stoke, I'm sick of hearing it's early. Bo is still young. We're only 4 games in. Really? After his rookie season, off-season, mini camp, OTAs, training camp, preseason, the team should not look this bad. Stop it.
Okay. I mean, have you watched the Chiefs? Patrick Mahomes? How they looked offensively?
Really? We're going to do that? We're going to compare the Broncos' slow start to the Chiefs'
No, but
slow
I'm
start?
just saying, how many years did Patrick Mahomes play? What year is he in with Andy Reid? I mean, you just think that because you're in year 2 and that, you know, you played well last year that you're going to go out there and throw for 350 a game and put up 35 points a game? It doesn't always work that way. It's just, I mean, what are we doing here? You brought it up. Look at these quarterbacks. Baker Mayfield, Darnold, Daniel Jones, Geno Smith, throw him in there. It took those guys years to get to where they are right now. You're talking about Bo Nix in his second year. Do we think he's going to be Peyton Manning in 2012?
But the goal is not to be Baker Mayfield or Sam Darnold or Geno Smith or Daniel Jones in 6 or 7 years. The goal is
look at Baker. Look at Baker right now and look what he led the league last year in passing touchdowns.
But I also know, speaking of high standards, I know that once this team and this quarterback gets to a certain level, you know, just winning regular season games and putting some numbers will not be good enough for this fan base. At some point, it's going to have to translate into the playoffs, and Baker hasn't done that. Sam Darnold hasn't done that. Daniel Jones hasn't done that. I do not want the bar for Bo Nix to be Baker Mayfield. I want the bar to be, you know, Josh Allen. I want it to be Patrick Mahomes. I want it to be Lamar Jackson. I want it to be Joe Burrow. It has to be. That has to be where the bar is set. Those are the quarterbacks you're going to be dealing with for the next several years. So that's got to be the pool you're swimming in. I don't want to be in the Baker, Darnold, Geno Smith, Daniel Jones pool.
Well, hopefully you're one of the, you hit the Powerball here, and we do get one of those guys.
Well,
but it doesn't always translate, like overnight.
No, I get that.
But this guy right on the RamosLaw.com text line is telling me, he doesn't want to hear about it's still early. Well, guess what? It's still early, okay? And it is. And we got a quarterback that's still developing. He's not a finished product. I mean, we're starting slow offensively. Okay. Am I concerned? Yeah, I'm concerned. I don't like seeing it, but I'm not going to all of a sudden say Bo's not the answer after I've seen him play, 3 games in his second year.
So in just the span of about 3 or 4 weeks, basically the opinion around Bo has gone from we got our guy, it's only onward and upward. I mean, we could be talking about a top 10 quarterback by the end of the year to, all right, let's not forget it's year 2. He's a developmental guy. So
it's
is that
over.
We
are screwed.
Do we need to just pivot and change our entire outlook for this season because Bo's a developmental quarterback in year 2?
I'm not doing anything, Mike. We played 3
well,
football
I know
games. We played 3 football games, and that's all we have played. So I'm not going to overreact to 3 football games. Either way, if we were 3-0, 0-3, 1-2, they got to play better, and they got to be more consistent. And it's not just on Bo. I'm not all of a sudden. I never crowned Bo last year, and I'm not going to just say he's going to be a bust this year. I'm just going to take a step back and watch this thing, and I need more of a sample size before I give you any kind of true answer.
That's that's fine, and that's consistent with what you've been saying all along. Because remember, you definitely were not caught up in all the hype and hoopla surrounding this team going into the season. But for like the texter Landon who says, take a chill pill, Mike, give the guy some time to grow and rebound. All right, I just want to throw this question out there. Then this is the question of the day for Broncos Country on the RamosLaw.com text line. What now is your expectation for Bo in this season? Okay? Tell us what you now look at as your expectation for Bo and this season. Where is your bar set? We'll get your responses to that. More Is It Just Me Friday as we roll on next.
Will Vance Joseph's defense take advantage of a backup quarterback? Will Sean Payton find a rhythm on offense? We'll break it all down in the Fan Football Postgame Show, live on game day starting at the 2-minute warning. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
If you're tired of spending your weekends maintaining your lawn instead of enjoying it, you need to check out Pro Green for a beautiful lawn that is hassle-free, saves you money in watering, and saves you hundreds and maybe thousands of hours maintaining the perfect lawn. Hey, Stoke here. When you're making an investment into artificial turf, you want something that looks and feels like real grass, and that's going to last 15 to 20 years. Plus, Pro Green Cool Turf System uses proprietary infill that will keep turf temperatures cool even on the hottest days to feel more like real grass. You can't get that just anywhere. The best part is that Pro Green Turf is 100% American made. Whether you're switching your lawn to spend more time enjoying life, a safe area for your kids to play, doing it for your pets, or want a custom putting green like mine, Pro Green Denver's who I recommend. Call Pro Green today. 303-479-3967. That's 303-479-3967. Or you can find them online at progreen.com/Denver.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
car accident? We've got you. Flanagan Law connects you with the top doctors and handles the legal stress. We give back, donating a portion of every attorney fee to charity. Flanagan Law, justice with heart. Focus on healing. We'll take care of the rest.
Mike Evans here for Copperhead Plumbing. Your home doesn't have to flood before you know there's a problem. With the Mow and Flow Smart Water Shutoff System, you can monitor your home's water usage in real time right from your phone. You'll get notified the moment a leak starts. Trust Copperhead Plumbing for professional installation. Ask about installing a Mow and Flow system today.
Copperhead Plumbing, built to last. Call us once, you'll forget the past.
Copperhead Plumbing. They plumb different. They plumb custom.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
It's going on right now.
Get our lowest prices of the year on everything diamond at Williams Jewelers.
Shop the largest selection of gorgeous loose GIA diamonds, every shape, every size, and price range. But hurry, it all ends Saturday at 5 p.m.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Saturday on 104.3 HD2. Air Force football faces Hawaii with pregame starting at 1:30. Then on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU football faces Washington State, presented by Rocks Heating and Air, with pregame starting at 4:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at WistaraCU.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Smear campaigning, and the Zach Buy Sensitivity Smear campaign rolls on. Bonding moments.
Man, today was a great day for the Wolfpack.
And just a hint of bodily functions.
Deviled eggs. Not only do I love the taste, but I know I'm going to hotbox the missus.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. All right, quick Ryder Cup update. Okay, those of you who don't want to know, there you go. The barring something unforeseen over the final back nine here, it's going to be 3-1 Europe when it's all said and done this morning with the foursomes. So,
well, I think the positive news here is you didn't get shut out. I mean, this thing could be 4-0. And, I mean, the Euros have dominated the first 3 matches. So, I mean, like dominated.
Yeah.
Not even close. So, at least you snuck out a point, hopefully, if it goes as planned here down the stretch, and it's 3-1 and not 4-0.
James Palmer, part of our outstanding all-star lineup of NFL insiders during the course of the week. He joins us as he does each and every Football Friday. James, good morning.
Gentlemen, how are we?
Good. Do you think the criticism, the scrutiny, the over-analyzing of the Broncos this week has been too extreme, too unfair, that people need to chill and take a breath? And when I say people, starting with myself.
You?
Yes.
Yeah. I was going to say, Mike, have you been okay this week? Listen, I think it obviously is somewhat warranted. I mean, I look at an insane stat that I found this week where there's been 68 teams that have not trailed in the fourth quarter since 2000, and 64 of them were 3-0. The Broncos are the only one that's 1-2, and then there's 3 that are 2-1. Packers being one of them, actually, from last week. So this is strange, right? You're in these games to win them. I think you're scrutinizing because your expectations were high. They were created to be high by the organization, really. I think you've seen not the Bo Nix you really wanted to see, I think, because of the way he finished the season last year. So I kind of asked around the league a little bit, kind of, what's the take on Bo so far? And kind of the consensus was he seems like he's trying to play too fast. His feet are kind of all over the place. He's throwing off platform more than he probably needs to, and we know he's good at it, but at the same time, there's times where he's doing it where he doesn't need to do it. Is he trusting everything around him? He looks like he sees it, but he's playing really, really fast. That's kind of what I've gotten from around the league, and I think that's part of it because you had a lot of high expectations for the quarterback coming into this season, and he hasn't played exactly the way you wanted him to, but the plays have been there, and I think that's what's been the frustrating part.
James, how concerned are you with this team overall? Not just Bo Nix, but offensively, it's just been off, obviously, but defensively, I've been a little bit disappointed. It hasn't been terrible. The second game wasn't great against the Colts, but they just haven't been able to close games out. We've seen, a couple blown assignments. Seems like every game, guys wide open. How concerned are you with this overall football team, and how important is this game on Monday night against Cincy?
Yeah, it's a really important one on Monday night. I mean, it's the national stage. Everybody's been curious about the Broncos. You're playing a team led by Jake Browning and not Joe Burrow. The guy's going to give this defense some opportunities. I mean, that's one thing about Jake when everybody watches on Monday. He is going to give you opportunities to get some turnovers and make some plays because he's just going to keep firing. And I'm curious to see, how often he goes after Riley Moss and how much he goes towards T. Higgins. I think we're all predicting that. And that would be a part of this defense that I think Stoke we're looking at to see that corner opposite of Pat Surtain. We obviously also want to see Surtain versus Jamar Chase. I mean, this is the first time ever in the history of the league the Triple Crown winners going against the Defensive Player of the Year. That's never happened before. And so I think my concern level isn't super high with the defenses. They're getting they're getting pressure. They're getting they're getting quarterback hits. They're getting sacks. It seems like in some of these big moments they're just a hair late. And I don't know if that's going to go the course of the season. I don't think that's going to be the case. Benito's almost there on that incredible play by Justin Herbert. And I know I'm splitting hairs here, but I don't think that's consistent through the course of the year. And then offensively, I'm not overly concerned. I think people around the league kind of are curious what the identity of this offense is going to be. And I think that's been kind of said, down there in Dove Valley, like a little bit this week, is we're trying to figure it out. And when I talk to people, it's Bo's got one consistent member in terms of the skill group around him. That's Sutton. You got a new tight end. You got a new backfield. How much are you trying to figure out the run game and work out with that? And you got kind of a new number 2 receiver if Franklin's going to keep getting more run. And so I think they're trying to figure that out. I would, because of his track record, trust Sean Payton in figuring out what he wants the identity of this offense to be after, we're only 3 games in here.
Busy with James Palmer. Let's go around the league a little bit. Kansas City and Baltimore. One of these teams is going to be 1-3 by the end of the day Sunday. Which team would you say can lose and still trust to be a playoff team? Which team, if they lose, it's probably over?
Oof. My gut tells me, honestly, Mike, it's Baltimore can lose the game and be fine just because of the division. And that used to be what we used to be able to say because of, in favor of the Chiefs. But you have Jake Browning for the rest of pretty much this year, most likely. And you have Joe Flacco as the other quarterback. So you have Browns and Bengals in your division. I think the jury's still out on Aaron Rodgers, and that defense actually in Pittsburgh that they hang their hat on has not been very good, and there's some concerns about it. So I think within the division, I think Baltimore still has the ability to go out and win the division. I just think the Chiefs will have a tougher spot with the way Denver plays them, with the way the Chargers are playing, and obviously the way Pete Carroll has that group. I think it might be a little bit more difficult within the division for Kansas City. But at the same time, the Chiefs have the championship no panic pedigree within them. I think there is a little bit more panic in Baltimore because our defense can't stop anybody. I mean, they've scored more points than anybody, yet they've given up more points than anybody. And it doesn't seem like they're stopping anyone right now. This used to be a title fight, guys. This is like a heavyweight battle, these two. It's like an undercard this year. It's a weird matchup between these two teams, and I think the Chiefs are just buying their time until Rashee Rice comes back. I think that's really what they're doing. Hopefully Patrick doesn't go insane before Rashee comes back, because I know he's pulling his hair out a little bit.
James, anything surprise you here? What are you looking forward to as we move on through Week 4 in the NFL?
Honestly, Stoke, last night was a really good indicator of what's going to happen moving forward, I think. You saw a really great timeout called by Mike McDonald, and you see the Cardinals not go for two, and then they botch the kick, and the Seahawks get the ball at the 40. And they don't have to go a whole lot of distance with these kickers in the NFL right now with the way they're hitting the ball from deep. Like, is the end of game going to be played differently as this season moves on, as we're seeing how these kickoffs are impacting the end of game? I think that's what I'm looking for, honestly. Like, we've seen so many last-second field goals. I think the operation of how these games are going to be managed and called at the end of game here, and last night was a big part of it. The game's getting played a little bit differently, and I think it's kind of fascinating. And I don't know if anybody's talking about it, but it's really, really interesting because of the way this game can be managed now at the end. And you saw it from Mike McDonald and his group, and they stole a win, really, by a really good timeout and a botched kickoff.
James, what's next for Russell Wilson?
I guess we see if he can be a backup, Mike. There's certain people that can be backups, and they stay in this league as a backup. And there's certain guys that can't. And I think the idea there always was Jameis Winston was going to be the backup for Jackson Dart in 2026. And Russ was hopefully he has something left. We need a quarterback before the draft because they didn't know they'd get Dart. And now he's going to be there. Right now, it doesn't seem, when I ask around, anybody's interested in trading for him. That doesn't seem to be an option. He isn't going to ask for his release as of right now. Again, it's early. We're a few days into this. But this might be it, honestly. It might be it, because this is now multiple teams that have really gone, yeah, this isn't it. The Steelers had a chance to bring him back. They could have. They had no interest, and they had interest in bringing Justin Fields back. I think that shows you one. Denver had no interest, and now the Giants have moved on very quickly. And everybody asked around the league is, he just doesn't see it like he used to, and he can't move like he used to. So this honestly might be it after this 1 year, because I don't know if who's going to bring him in for a battle or to be a guy to be a backup. And I don't know if he even wants to be a backup.
All right. It'll be fascinating to see what's next for him. Has he played himself, real quick, one-word answer. Mm-hmm. Has he played himself out of the Hall of Fame?
I'd say possibly, and he's helped Pete Carroll get into the Hall of Fame.
Okay, there you go.
That makes sense.
That does. Thank you, James.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
James Palmer, our NFL insider, joining us. It is, and is it just me, Friday? I will turn it over to you. Get to some of your texts as we give you a chance to get some stuff off your chest heading and coming up next.
How should the Broncos attack the Bengals on offense?
Let's look good as a team collectively, and let's give J.K. Dobbins 22 carries. Let's give R.J. Harvey 10 carries and see what this number can look like rushing the football. Because of who the opponent is and what J.K. has shown, you give that dude the ball 20 times, you give R.J. a chance to rush it 10 times, I think this Broncos team could put 200-plus yards on the Bengals' heads.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Boy Stink here, and I'm all about toughness and preparation. That goes for my lawn as well. Fall is the most important feeding time of the year. Did you know that? And Rich Lawn Winterizer is the MVP of lawn care. I told you the other day, my wife looked at my lawn after I put the Rich Lawn on a couple of weeks ago. She was like, it's like a carpet. I was like, yes! It helps protect against long winter damage, thickens your turf to fight off weeds, builds the root system so you have a great, strong root system as your grass goes dormant over the winter, and that inspires that spring to pop up that green, that thickness that's going to choke out those weeds. It's going to be thicker, and it is going to look awesome. Now, here's what I love. Winterizer is not going to burn your lawn. It's safe around kids and pets. It's great when you overseed as well this fall to make sure you get that lasting color that you want and make sure those seeds germinate and grow great. So in the spring, you're going to have, just like I do, the best lawn in the neighborhood. That's Rich Lawn Winterizer. Check them out online at richlawn.com.
This is Hall of Famer Terrell Davis here to tell you about my friends at Colorado Credit Union. Great plays start with a solid game plan, and the same goes for home ownership. Whether you're buying your first home, refinancing, or tapping into your home's equity, Colorado Credit Union has the mortgage and home equity options to fit your needs. Ready to make your next big move? Visit ccu.org to learn how Colorado Credit Union can help. Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank. Membership eligibility required. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
What's going on, everybody? Philip Lindsay here. And last year, I went a little rogue and dropped a discount code from our friends at Hermes Worldwide. And you guys used it so much, they almost got mad at me. Well, I'm feeling a little spicy again this season. So I'm bringing it back, baby. You can get 30% off your ride to the game with Hermes Worldwide for your entire season. All you have to do is mention the code PL30. Again, mention PL30 when you book your luxury transportation to Empower Field. And contact Hermes Worldwide at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Go Broncos.
Wow, Leslie, your fireplace really sucks.
I beg your pardon?
Well, what I mean is your fireplace is literally sucking all the air out of your house and right up the chimney every time you burn it.
Well, what can I do about it?
Well, you could get a high-efficiency gas insert from Mendota. It keeps all the air you already paid the utility company to heat, and it returns up to 86% of the fire's heat back into your house.
I'd use my fireplace every chance I get if I could do that. Maybe my furnace wouldn't need to run so much.
Well, that's the whole point. Hi, this is Keith Lair with Lair Fireplace and Patio, along with my niece, Leslie, to tell you how a gas insert from Mendota will give you the incentive to use your fireplace again. Mendota gas fireplaces and inserts are made to crank out the heat with beauty and style.
Lair's is Denver's oldest, most trusted name in fireplaces. Family owned and operated since 1954.
We'll even give you a free in-home quote, including expert installation by our own certified in-house installers.
Find us on the web at lairfireplacepatio.com.
For top quality Mendota fireplaces and inserts, it's Lair Fireplace and Patio, Denver's fireplace experts.
Time's running out, Colorado. Castle Rock Chevy GMC has supercharged savings on your favorite EVs. With the clock's ticking, September 30th is your last chance to claim the $7,500 federal EV tax credit. They've got a massive lineup of electric powerhouses, GMC Hummer EVs, Sierra Truck EVs, and Chevy's Equinox, Blazer, and Silverado EVs, all ready to roll off the lot. Whether you're chasing adventure or cutting your carbon footprint, Castle Rock Chevy GMC has your perfect EV match. But hurry, when the tax credit ends, so do the deals. Visit Castle Rock Chevy GMC today. Castle Rock Chevrolet GMC, where Colorado drives Chevy and GMC, and where Chevy drives America.
They say there's no such thing as a free lunch. But not true, I say. Hey, everybody, Dan Jacobs with Jacobs Law and 303 Law 4040, and I'm here to tell you about the best, absolute best free meal in all of Denver. Times are tight right now. You go to the grocery store, things are insane. So we all could use a little bit of help. No questions asked. Anybody that needs it can come by every first and third Thursday. Here's how it works. You pull up, you pop your trunk. They put free groceries for the week in your trunk, and they say, how many hot meals do you need? We pass those to you right through your window, and this is good stuff. This is not soup kitchen stuff. I smoke these meats personally. Delicious pulled pork. I got my special secret Chipotle chicken recipe. It is fantastic. Please help us spread the word. Anybody that needs it, Smoky Hill and Arapahoe Road every first and third Thursday, 4 to 6 p.m. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me personally. It's Dan Jacobs at 303 Law 4040.
Stink here, and Bonnie says O'Meara has 1,000 vehicles, including cars, trucks, and SUVs.
Right now, the lowest lease payments ever on trucks, like Ford Bronco, $479, or Ford F-150, $449, and 0% interest is available.
So, 1,000 vehicles to choose from, low lease payments, and 0% interest.
That's right. Lease a Ford Bronco, $479 a month, or Ford F-150, $449 a month. At O'Meara, we make it fast, fun, and easy. O'MearaFord.com.
Stock SKE 30950, 25 Ford F-150. Stock SLB 13753, 25 Bronco. See website for complete details.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Tune into Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Bold takes.
I would put my fajitas up against any Mexican restaurant.
Active listening.
You weren't listening to a word I just said.
Plus, a little number crunching.
What's 12 minus 1? I mean, 12 minus 11.
1.
This is why math confuses me.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right. On this Friday, Football Friday, got college football. We'll get the college football focus this weekend till the Broncos play on Monday. Big game for CU. Revenge game. BYU. as you keep saying, they got to get a signature win. So in
Yeah.
your mind, they have not yet had a signature win.
Well,
under Dion.
no, not. I mean, at the time we thought TCU was. TCU ended up being a bad football team.
Right.
Right. No, I don't. I haven't seen one. Have you?
No.
I mean, is there one out there that we look at and say that's a signature win? I mean, you got to beat a team in the top 20 or a team that ends up being a good team. Not a team that, they're in the top 20, but at the end of the year, they're not even ranked. I think this would be that type of win. BYU's a good football team. They're going to be ranked in the top 20 at the end of the year. You're playing them at home. If you want to take that next step, these are the types of games that you need to win. Protect your house and, upset.
I don't know if you're going to be able to get that real, to me, a signature win is you knock off somebody who's in the top 10. You know what I mean? That to me is a signature win. But right now, I would just sign up for just some really good wins.
Baby steps?
Yeah, well, I mean, last year was the year I had higher expectations for CU. Here we are talking about expectations again. But no, at some point you just got to start. You just got to start beating some teams that you're not expected to beat.
Right.
I mean, they don't have to be mammoth. Shock the whole college football world upsets. But, you got to start winning games that, most of the college football world looks at and says, yeah, you probably aren't supposed to win that game. This is one of them. You get BYU, you're at home. BYU's good, but they're not great. And you got a lot of reasons to really be motivated to go out and win this game. You're playing a team that beat you in the bowl game last year. You're at home. Another National League televised game. You're playing at 8:15 again. You're getting kind of used to this. So you did it last week. Should be ready to go and prepare to do it again this week. Yeah, go grab this one. Be a big, big win for the program.
No, it really would. And I think you're finally getting, hopefully we'll get some consistency here at the quarterback position for CU. CSU, have they officially made that?
Yeah, they're
move?
going with the sophomore Brousseau.
Yeah, you have to at this point. He came in and he let on a couple touchdown drives there. So I think you got to make the move, doing nothing with the other guys. So making a move there, hopefully CU gets some consistency, and hopefully CSU can also with this sophomore.
I'm looking forward. It'll be my first game at the new stadium.
You're gonna
going up this weekend. My son, I haven't seen my.
Who do they have this week?
They are playing Washington State, who's not that good.
Washington State at home.
Yeah.
Okay. Got any? Maybe you gonna hit them bars? Challenge any kids? Any college kids? And if they want that smoke, Evans is gonna be in town.
Hey, look for me in the.
I think you
look
ought
for me. I'll be out there. If you want the smoke, if you want to.
I think you ought
shotgun a beer contest. Right. I'm here. I'm not hiding.
Have you seen that guy? I think he goes to Bills. He goes to NFL games and he sets up a little table, and it's $20. I think it's 20 to 100. I don't know what it is, but you can bet him on chugging beers, and he is a machine. I think you ought to do this. I think you ought to do that. Give you a little stand. College kids, bring it on. Make you a little cash.
I mean, if you want to put this up on the big board of BS, lies, and other nonsense, but I am still right now an above average beer chugger. Whatever form of beer chugging you want to do, I'm still above average.
I mean, we have on there beats college students at shotgunning beer.
Okay,
so,
then there you go.
If you want to get that taken off, then I need a video of you taking on some college kids shotgunning beers. Just saying. Just throwing that out there.
All right.
That ought to be fun, though. That ought to be a lot of fun.
Well, I dominated at the Cuse a couple years ago, so
yeah.
I'm ready for Fort Collins. See what Fort Collins can kind of challenge they can put up.
Yeah, I hope you run into Dreesen.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Bradley Van Pelt.
Yeah.
DVP. No, I'm looking forward to it. We haven't seen our son. I got to give my son credit. We were kind of wondering, with him going to school only like an hour and a half away from home, would he be homesick? Would he be running home to his mama? We haven't seen him. Dropped them off August 15th. This will be later today. Will be the first time we've seen him in over a month. So good for him.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
love it.
Mama's going to be a mess.
She'll be all right.
She'll be all right. Okay, it is Is It Just Me Friday, giving you a chance to get those hot sports opinions off your chest. We just had James Palmer on, and here's a great take. The more I listen to some of these interesting stats, the more I actually feel better about the Broncos. They haven't trailed yet in the fourth quarter this year. Okay? They haven't trailed.
All right.
And James brought up that stat that of the 68 teams in NFL history that never trailed over the first 3 games of the season, out of those 68, 64 of them were 3-0 teams. The Broncos are the only team of that 68 to be 1-2. So, I mean, the pessimist could look at that and say, "Oh, great, you're making history." The optimist, of which I am an eternal optimist, don't roll your eyes like that, is that, hey, they're doing a lot of good things to put themselves into a position where 64 out of 68 teams who did the same exact things that they have done were 3-0. They're 1-2, which isn't optimum, but they're close. They're really close.
I think I got a different outlook on it.
You do?
Yeah.
All right, well, hold that.
Right.
Tell me why you have a different outlook on that stat. Next.
Will Bo Nix get back on track against the Bengals? Will Nick Bonito shine bright again in primetime? Zach By and Philip Lindsay will break it all down in a special Monday night edition of the Fan Football Pregame Show. Live on game day from Mile High Station, presented by Sam Adams Oktoberfest. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Stoke here from my friends at Cajun Wealth. Let me ask you something. When's the right time to start planning for retirement? The truth is, it's never too early. Whether you're just getting started in your career or retirement is right around the corner. Cajun Wealth's fiduciary advisors are ready to help you feel confident and prepared for that next chapter. They'll help you understand your options, build a strategy that fits your lifestyle, and make sure your money is working as hard as you are. The best part, your first consultation is completely complimentary. No pressure, just smart, honest advice from a family-owned, veteran-led firm that puts your needs first. Offices are located in Broomfield, Greenwood Village, and Loveland. What I love about Cajun Wealth, they're going to come up with that game plan specifically designed for you, your goals, and your needs because they're different than the next person. Call Cajun Wealth today. 720-405-3300. That's 720-405-3300. Or you can find them online at TrajanWealth.com. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. Advisory services offered through Cajun Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Heads up, pros. Now's your chance to unlock deeper savings. The Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred pricing can help you save thousands on the products your business uses the most. But the current benefit ends November 15th. Don't miss out. Registration for the new program is free and easy. Just bring your tax ID or business or contractor's license to the Pro Desk. Register now to lock in the best wholesale prices before it's too late.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here, and let me ask you a question. You've been feeling like your back is killing you, you've been in pain, your neck is hurting, you're worried about needing surgery. How about taking all those habit-forming medications? Well, my guys at Spine One specialize in treatments that offer alternatives to major surgery and long-term medication. And here's the best part. You can do what I did. Same-day appointments. That's right. They'll see you today, 303-367-2225, 303-367-BACK. Spine One is a complete medical center for spine care. They've got the exams right there on site, the MRIs, the physical therapy, and the treatment options all in one facility. free. And I'm telling you what, guys, they're going to educate you. Here's what's going on. This is why you're in pain, and then give you options to get you out of pain. They changed my life, guys. I had checked out of doing the things I love to do, like playing golf or going to the gym. I couldn't sleep through the night. A couple of short visits to my guys at Spine One. I was doing all those things. I got my life back, guys, and they could do it for you too. Start your journey just like I did at Spine One. Call them today. 303-367-2225. Same day appointment, 303-367-BACK. Or as always, you can find them online at spineone.com.
Who wants the lowest rate for life?
I do.
I do. Everyone does, but it's only U.S. Mortgages. Lock in a low rate today, and if rates fall in the future, we will redo your loan and lower your rate without any lender fees, including the appraisal. There's no limit to the number of times you can do this. Always have the lowest rate for life. Get our 475 5-year fixed rate, 5.89 APR. Call 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
Okay, Michael. Any other questions about your Select Health insurance?
How much time do you have?
I have exactly as much time as you need.
Wonderful, because I have exactly 112 more questions.
112.
112.
112 it is. Let's do this.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health, insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
Looking to sell your used Rolex watch? We buy and sell pre-owned Rolex watches, all styles from old to new. Hi, I'm Scott Matthew with Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry. Bring in your Rolex watch and we will buy it on the spot. Matthews, located in Highlands Ranch, serving Colorado since 1951.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
International Hot Rod Association and Durana Hybrid, where the roar of the engine meets the torque of the wrench. Building champions on the track and in the trades. Get your tickets at IHRA.com.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Saturday on 104.3 HD2. Air Force football faces Hawaii with pregame starting at 1:30. Then on the Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU football faces Washington State, presented by Rock's Heating and Air, with pregame starting at 4:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at WistaraCU.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Passive aggression.
Oh, Mark. Sweet, naive, childlike Mark.
Culinary techniques.
So you got the crawfish, you got the tail, you pinch, twist, and some people like to slurp it. You're a slurper.
And backhanded apologies.
You know what? I would like to officially apologize to you, Mike. You were right. I was wrong. You're smart. I'm dumb. You're skinny. I'm fat.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, here we go. 4th hour of our Football Friday extravaganza. Big weekend on tap. A weekend without the Broncos. I'm always kind of curious when the Broncos aren't playing on the weekend. Do you just continue with your same, football viewing habits? It's just more college football, more pro football on Sunday. Not everything's revolving around the Broncos, or do you get away from football a little bit on a weekend?
No getting away. No getting away. I mean, obviously Saturday's always Saturday, so that doesn't affect if Broncos play Sunday or Monday or Thursday. Now on Sunday, I'll do the same thing.
No, you'll watch more Ryder Cup than you will football on Sunday. I'm calling my shot
on
right
Sunday.
Here. Yeah, I'm on Sunday. Unless this
well, it
doesn't
depends
get better
on
over the
depends
next
on
couple
what
days.
it's looking like.
Yeah.
On Sunday for the Ryder Cup. But I'll have football on for sure. And just like in the morning. I mean, Broncos play in the afternoon most of the time, right? So in the morning we got 4 games on the split screen, and we kind of flip them back and forth doing that, and then. My routine on Sunday or this weekend won't be much different with the Broncos playing on Monday.
On this Is It Just Me Friday, is it just me? This is on the RumbleSlaw.com text line. Love to hear from you this hour, 303-713-1043. Is it just me? The U.S. Ryder Cup team reminds me of the Broncos. Talk a good game before, but can't deliver when it counts.
Wow.
Well, then same thing that we've been saying about the Broncos. We'll say about the U.S. Ryder Cup team. It's early. There's a lot of golf. There's a lot of football left to be played. However, in both cases, Broncos and the U.S. Ryder Cup team, it's getting late early around here.
It is.
Okay? Just be aware of that.
You don't have much time in the NFL. You don't have much time. You got a couple days here, right? And the Broncos, you got 14 left. So I think, what we were talking about earlier, Mike, and you talked about James Palmer saying, hey, Broncos are one of 64 teams. And
here's
whatever.
the stat.
Yeah,
68 teams in NFL history have never trailed in the fourth quarter of the first 3 games. And the Broncos are one of those 68 teams. 64 of those 68 were 3-0 in their games. The Broncos are the only team out of those 68 to go 1-2 despite not trailing. And I'm going to look at that with an optimistic view of just how close they are. But
right.
You look at it differently.
No, I do, because I look at it as, man, they're finding different ways to screw this thing up. Right? They're blowing these opportunities. That's not a positive. That's a negative. And it's something different, it seems like, both times. And so for me, it's hard to take away a lot of positives when you are losing games like that, in that fashion. So I just look at it, I say, okay, what's going wrong here? Right? And it's been one thing, it's been another thing, and they're finding different ways. Just give away football games. Give them away. Just hand them to the other team. And you know what, Mike? Who does that? Let's see if you listen this week. Who does that? Come on, buddy. You got this.
Bad teams.
I'm so proud of you, Air Hug. I am so proud of you.
Dude, I pay attention. I hang on every word you say. Yes, I do.
Oh, my gosh. We just hit in the bleachers. Almost took a kid out. Eating sandwiches. Just snap hooked. It looked like me on one at the country club. Me on one. Remember when I had to walk? Car path only?
Yep. Try to find your ball that says Stoke on it.
Right.
Yep.
Couldn't even find it.
Couldn't find it.
I literally walked 700 yards because I had to walk like 350 left and then all the way back to my second one. And I couldn't find my brand new golf ball.
Safe to say that no one's ever going to find that ball? Is that ball going to be resting there for eternity?
Yeah.
That Stoke ball?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's gone. But that's bad football teams don't close. Bad football teams find ways to lose games. That's what the Broncos have done. So that's why I'm really concerned. I'm concerned, Mike, that they're a bad football team. Okay? I'm just evaluating 3 games. That's my concern level, is that this is not a good football team, and they're a bad football team. And we're going to continue to see these things where it's just like we look up and it's one thing or another. Oh, it's leverage call, leverage penalty. Never. When was the last time we've seen a leverage penalty? Oh, we get it called on us. Then the next week it's something else. You got a chance to put them away, can't put them away, and then you leave the door open, and you got this happen to you, that happened to you. Bad football team.
But it's I'm going to use a baseball analogy. It's like when a guy who has been in the league for 5 or 6 years, he's got those stats that have been established on the back of his baseball card, and he gets off to a really slow start at the beginning of the season, right? He's like 2 for 30 to start the season. And the argument is always that, well, eventually his numbers are going to eventually get back to the mean, back to what they were over the first 5 or 6 years of his career. Just look at his baseball card. When you look at the people who are making some of these mistakes, right, aren't they established enough veterans that you can trust that they'll put this behind him, like Adam Troutman, right? I mean, Adam Troutman, there's certainly a ceiling. His ceiling has been established to what he can be as
well, so why
well, hold on. No, but as a tight end, look, he is what he is as a tight end. But the idea that he's going to go out there week after week and continue to really crush you with just undisciplined penalties, that's not who he's been.
Don't make your first example be Adam Troutman, please, because that's a terrible example.
Hufunga.
Terrible example.
Well, but the idea that you're talking
about...
Because
Adam Troutman doesn't have any stats on the back of his cards,
I get
bud.
that, but at least he's over the course of his career. Why do you think he's hung around so long, despite not having many stats?
I'm asking myself that.
Because he's usually pretty reliable, is what I'm saying.
Mike, we've seen he's not reliable. He's not. No.
Really?
Find someone else.
Really?
No.
You could think back to last year with him making a bunch of boneheaded penalties? I can't.
Well, he's just not reliable. He doesn't make plays for you. I mean, he's not
but
reliable.
He avoids making costly mistakes. And so
well,
far this year, he has. You're right,
times.
but it doesn't figure that he's going to continue to do that. Hufunga's not going to go out every week and body slam people and get 15-yard penalties. My point is that some of these guys that are making these unforced errors, history tells us, their resume tells us that they'll stop doing that.
Terrible analogy.
Really?
No, you don't try to bring baseball into football and back of their cards. We don't have a lot of guys.
Folks, what can I say?
Mike,
I'm trying to be optimistic here, and Stoke just wants to be Mr. Negative.
We don't have a lot of guys with a lot of stats on the back of their football card. We don't. Not a lot of great stats that we can look at and say, okay, that guy's very reliable or that type of guy. I mean, we just don't. We got Pat Surtain, Defensive Player of the Year. He's had a terrible start.
Mm-hmm.
Has not been a good start. Not up to his standard.
Right.
But I'm glad to see he's doing a podcast. That's cool. Everyone's got a podcast.
Everyone's got a podcast.
I mean, you got a podcast.
I have a couple.
Right. I mean, so I don't know, man.
How'd that work out?
I am worried and concerned. I'm not trying to be negative here or pessimistic. I am worried and concerned that this is just a bad football team. And they're going to do negative things that cost themselves games throughout the course of this season. I have 3 games to evaluate, and 2 of them they've given away. They've given the game away. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm evaluating this year, not last year, not anything else. And so how can I not be concerned that this is a bad football team after watching 3 games? How do they look against the Titans?
Meh.
Meh is right.
Yeah.
And then you had 2 games where you played well enough to win those games, but you gave them away. And that's what bad football teams do.
The question is, are they a bad football team, or is this just a 2 or 3 week aberration?
Exactly.
And that's what we're fixing to find out.
Yep.
Well, I actually, I have another stat for you that I actually think is the best silver lining I have heard all week for yet another Broncos slow start. You ready for it?
Yes.
All right. I'll share that with you. Come on, folks. Let's see if we can't pump up Stoke. Stoke's a little bit down.
Pump it up.
Stoke's a little bit negative. I don't think it's all the Broncos' fault. I think the performance of the U.S. team in the Ryder Cup this morning has him a little bit down. He's a little bit angry. He's a little bit bitter. Let's see if over the next 45 minutes we can't cheer Stoke up, shall we? Let's do that next.
Will Vance Joseph's defense take advantage of a backup quarterback? Will Sean Payton find a rhythm on offense? We'll break it all down in the Fan Football Postgame Show, live on game day starting at the 2-minute warning. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Boy, we are seeing it now, right? Signs of fall. And a reminder that while it's beautiful right now, you might want to start getting prepped for colder temperatures that are around the corner. Take care of those plumbing to-dos with my friends at Copperhead Plumbing. Reliable hot water, such a must. Repairs, maintenance, or if it's time for a new water heater, trust Copperhead Plumbing. They are hot water heater specialists. And if I may, highly, highly, highly recommend going tankless. We made the switch a couple of years ago. I love it. Unlimited hot water on command. Takes up less space, more energy efficient. Speaking of water, protect your home from unexpected and costly water damage. Have Copperhead Plumbing install the Moen Flow Smart Water Shutoff System. Monitors your entire home's water usage in real time right from your phone. I got a reminder watching my neighbor the other day. We got all that rain, and for about an hour, his sump pump was pumping water out of his sump pit. Yep, just a reminder, you want to make sure your sump pump is ready to roll for the winter. Copperhead Plumbing, they've been reliably serving Colorado since 2007. They're local, licensed, and focused on quality work done right the first time. So whether it's commercial or residential, emergency services, or routine maintenance, call 303-552-3491 and at copperheadplumbinginc.com. They plumb different, they plumb custom.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
CU fans, keep your fix going with Denver Sports CU Football Post-Game Recap. Available every home game exclusively on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Presented by Corwin Toyota Boulder. Family driven for over 100 years.
Car accident? We've got you. Flanagan Law connects you with the top doctors and handles the legal stress. We give back, donating a portion of every attorney fee to charity. Flanagan Law, justice with heart. Focus on healing. We'll take care of the rest.
It's back! Football is back, Broncos country, which means summer is almost over. And that means it's time for game days. Whether you're heading to Empower Field or traveling to Boulder to cheer on Coach Prime and the Buffs, you got to get there in style and on time. So let my friends at Hermes Worldwide handle the traffic and parking, and you handle the rest, which means have as much fun as possible and make as many memories as you can. So let Hermes Worldwide get you to and from the game safe. All you need to do is call Hermes Worldwide at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
Want a new gadget? Prime Big Deal Days are happening October 7th and 8th. Deals up to 40% off on tons of must-haves. Whatever's on your list, it's worth checking out.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Relentless mind games.
Are you trying to get me in an really right now?
Total accountability.
You're always throwing your teammates under the bus. That's just what you do.
And a sprinkle of advanced analytics.
The Boo rating, BOO, which is balls over opponent.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, is it just me Friday? Giving you a chance to get those hot takes off your chest. Trying to pump Stoke up. He's a little bit down.
I don't know if I'm down, Mike. I mean, this team is 1-2. They've given away 2 football games. All I'm doing is I'm calling it like I see it, and I do know that bad football teams give away games.
Right.
And that's what the Broncos have done so far. So I'm not down. I'm just calling it. I'm just stating the facts here. I'm concerned that that's what we're going to look back on in 7, 8, 9 weeks, and we're going to say, yep, see, Stokley was right.
Knowing what you know about the NFL, all the years in the NFL, how late into a season have you basically established who you are? You know what I mean? Like if you are a team that continues to beat yourself, you're a bad football team. You know, how many more games do we see this and then that's
tough.
who this team is?
That's tough. Because I think
it can't be 3.
You got got ebb and flows throughout the course of a season.
Right.
You know, sometimes you start off fast. I mean, I was on that team that started off 6-0.
Right.
Josh's first year, and then we fell apart.
Right.
So it's like you got ups and downs throughout the course of the season. So it's hard to say, 9 weeks, because you could start off, you could fix it. You could fix it for 3 or 4 weeks, and then all of a sudden you start doing it again. So it's hard to really give you a number and say, okay, well, this is the number of games that it would be.
Right. Well, I feel good that this team will stop beating themselves. I really do. I just don't think it's in this team's DNA to just continue to go out week after week and just self-destruct.
Well, you got to give me more than that, though. You can't just say, I just not in their DNA. I don't know, because I've seen their DNA this year, and it was not pretty against Tennessee, right?
Right.
And then they've given away 2 games. So, I mean, are you just hoping? Or, like, what can you give me to make me feel better about that other than it's not in their DNA?
Well, because over the last 2 years since Sean took over, I do feel like there's been a culture shift and that this is more of an overachieving team than it's been an underachieving team. Okay? And so what I think we're seeing so far, I believe, is a team that does know that there are a lot of increased expectations around them. Not only are they feeling it from outside, external forces, but I think they have their own internal belief in themselves, confidence in themselves, and pressure and expectations and what they demand of themselves internally. So I think a combination of those two external and internal factors, I think you're looking at a team through the first 3 weeks that's kind of putting some extra pressure on themselves. And either they're feeling the pressure or they're trying too hard, whatever, but it's not – what I'm seeing through the first 3 weeks here is not necessarily consistent with what I saw from a team that had more of a overachieving quality to it when they were a team that nobody was really paying attention to. And so now the question is, can they kind of chill a little bit, take a deep breath, and
now
just,
you got more pressure on you. Well, and the pressure hasn't done them good, and now you're telling me that I got to be optimistic that all of a sudden
I agree.
More pressure.
I agree.
And they're going to change.
No, I agree. But I also think the flip side of that is I don't think it would take much for them to kind of relax, exhale, and say, okay, we're going to be fine. I don't think it'll – I do agree that pressure's there. That's what makes Monday so important because really when you think about it, everything is set up for them to be able, I think, to have a breakthrough performance, to have one of those moments where they're like – one of those performances that when they're all done, they're all like kind of collectively like, whew, okay, we're going to be okay. And it's set up that way. You're coming off 2 really tough losses on the road, but you're back home. You're back home in front of your adoring fans. It's going to be loud. It's going to be a great night for football. It's going to be Monday Night Football. You're playing a Bengals team that I get what you're saying, the wounded tiger type thing, but it's still Jake Browning. It's not Joe Burrow. It's still Jake Browning, and it's still a Cincinnati defense that stinks. Okay, so I think there are a lot of things that are lined up for the Broncos to take advantage of it, and it's up to them to do it. But I think it's lined up in a way that if they take care of their business, they can put out the kind of performance on Monday night that gets everybody to just kind of exhale and relax a little bit. All of us. Players, coaches, fans, everybody. But it's a big one. And if they can do that, then I think I don't mind looking ahead and saying that, the 8 games starting on Monday between now and the bye week coming up on November 23rd, that there is a real good potential to go 6-2, even 7-1. And I think that it is well within this team's ability to be they're 1-2 right now, to easily be 8-3, 7-4 going into their bye week.
Okay.
And then they'll be set up just fine.
It is a huge game, but you laid it out nicely. I'm worried about Cincinnati being that wounded animal.
But the Broncos are wounded.
No, coming off of last week, nothing like what you saw last week from Cincy. That was about as embarrassing as it gets. And You're right, though. If the Broncos are able to – you look at Jake Browning. It's Jake Browning. It's not Joe Burrow. Their run defense stinks. Their defense stinks. Their offensive line is, average. They got a couple, obviously really good playmakers on the outside. So you ought to be able to handle this game if you're the Denver Broncos. You ought to. But, Mike, what happens if you don't? I mean, I hate to even think about it. What happens, because you name the positives, you're right, you get back to 2-2, you're feeling better about yourself, and you look at what you got coming up besides the Eagles, after the Eagles game. But if you drop this one, at home, primetime stage, against a team that, looks like they're on the decline here, backup quarterback, terrible defense, what happens?
You're in trouble.
That makes me really concerned.
Nope, you're right. So are you saying this is a must-win?
Yes.
Are you Mr. Must-Win this week?
I am.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely. You got to win this game. I mean, because I was thinking about that when you were talking. If you don't, come on. I mean, who are you going to beat? How are you going to go anywhere?
Right.
How? 1-3? You just lost 3 in a row?
Now you're going to Philly?
Yeah. You're staring at 1-4?
Yeah. In this division? In this conference?
And you know what starts to happen? Guys start getting hurt, and then you start thinking, is this going to be a disaster of a season?
Right.
At that point, guys start checking out.
We have to try to sell off parts, that kind of thing.
Yeah, we ain't going to do that.
No,
we're not going to go down that road because you still got some good players. But I mean, that's how quickly this thing could go south. I know. That's why this week is so big.
Huge, massive, must
big
win.
Week.
It's a must win.
Yep.
Mr. Must Win, I have a comrade in arms. Mr. Must Win has a buddy now.
Yes. What is my name? What is my name?
Well, if I'm Mr. Must Win,
yes.
What is Stoke?
What am I?
All right, we'll put that out to the text.
When I do decide to join you in the Must Win camp.
We're trying to find ways to get you to feel better. Somebody sent in this request, and I can't think of a better way to make Stoke feel better.
Finally gets the snap away, and Manning fires. End zone shot. Stokley went up and caught it for the touchdown. What a catch. What a throw. What a comeback. Louisiana Lightning.
That does put a smile on my face. But you know what put a bigger smile on my face?
What's that?
If I had 4 or 5 more of those plays in my career. 4 or 5 more of those in my career.
You know what?
I'd be really happy today. I probably wouldn't be working with you, honestly. I don't know.
No, probably not. Yeah. While we've been grinding on the Broncos, we almost forgot about the.
I know.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good play by you. Aaron Knuckles, way to go.
Yep,
day number 269 of the Zach Pye Sensitivity Smear Campaign as that does roll along. Good job. Good save there, Stoke.
Why?
Because we have to do it. That's why.
I think your ceiling's been established, Zach. I'm sorry.
Pound his ass.
We can't let it die. We cannot let it die. Here's a great stat for you. You want to find the silver lining in the Broncos 1-2 start? Here it is. Share this with all your friends. Sean Payton has been here 3 years now, and despite emphasizing the need to get off to a fast start, the Broncos are once again off to a slow start. But that's who Sean Payton teams are. In his entire career, this is his 18th year of head coaching in the NFL. 18th. In September, he is 30-30 in the month of September, including 3-7 with the Broncos. In October, that number jumps 50-17 in October, including 6-3 here in Denver. So, if you're looking for the bright side, over 18 years of coaching, the pattern tells you that after a sluggish September, Sean Payton coached teams take off in October. Now, this is not going to be an October game.
It's not. So why are you telling me this, Mike?
Because.
I don't know why. This is still a September game where they do bad. You're not making me feel better with that.
Because after this, it's going to be 31-30 in September, and then, we're ready to go in October.
Okay.
Take off.
Okay.
Don't worry. Come on. Do I need to play?
Man.
All right, I got more. Don't worry, I got more Stokley highlights. Okay. Coming up next, I am going to tell you. I am going to tell you.
You have that Cincy one?
I do have. I might have that one. That one might
really,
be there.
really good.
You could really go for that one.
And we're playing Cincy.
Coming up next, I am going to tell you who the most important Bronco player on offense is Monday night, and his name is not Bo Nix. That's next.
How should the Broncos attack the Bengals on offense?
Let's look good as a team collectively, and let's give J.K. Dobbins 22 carries. Let's give R.J. Harvey 10 carries and see what this number can look like rushing the football. Because of who the opponent is and what J.K. has shown, you give that dude the ball 20 times, you give R.J. a chance to rush it 10 times, I think this Broncos team could put 200-plus yards on the Bengals' heads.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here. I was talking to my buddy Troy Hansford about the housing market. Told me, hey, over this last year, the market's gone from one of the hottest it's ever been to prices declining, something people haven't seen in a long time here in Denver, Colorado. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now's the time to sell it, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my buddy Troy's still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if he can't sell your house at your price on your timeline, he's going to scratch you a check for $5,000. Come on, who else makes that offer? The answer is nobody I know makes that offer. Troy can make that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families right now that are approved and ready to buy. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house all cash and he can close in as little as 7 days. If you've got a house to sell, give him a call. 720-900-4433. That's 720-900-4433. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. Hey, Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy. 720-900-4433.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Mom, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotion. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. Consequently, they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Dial pound 250 and say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
Winning matters. Postman Law has recovered over $3 billion for clients. Injured? Call 844-POSTMAN. It's free to see if you have a case. Others promise. Postman delivers.
Your roof's the single most important part of your house. Snow and high winds can damage your roof. Don't trust your roof to any fly-by-night roofing companies. Call the professionals at Golden Spike for a free roof inspection and tell them you heard about it on The Fan. They're a locally owned company and a Team Dave Logan member.
Call Golden Spike Roofing when your roof needs a fix. 303-942-1386. Golden Spike Roofing.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Saturday on 104.3 HD2. Air Force football faces Hawaii with pregame starting at 1:30. Then on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU football faces Washington State, presented by Rock's Heating and Air, with pregame starting at 4:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at WistaraCU.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Self-defense lessons.
I tased them.
Taste them. Taser always works.
That's right.
Southern charm.
Look at the boys.
With some classic impressions.
He put his pitchfork down, he grabbed his sledgehammer, and he said, hey, you want some of this?
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
I know it's a football Friday and all, but we've been keeping an eye on the Ryder Cup. Stoke and I love our golf. And I'm telling you, the Ryder Cup, there's no other event in golf quite. Everyone talks about the Masters and the U.S. Open, the British, the majors, but there's nothing like the Ryder Cup because of how much these guys feel the pressure. And it is so evident that there is not another golf tournament out there
that these guys feel the pressure and it gets to them like the Ryder Cup. We're watching the Americans just putts that these guys routinely pour in. Routinely. They've been missing all morning. And you can't tell me it's not the pressure. The pressure's getting to these guys. And, it's kind of fun to watch. You love to see how these professionals, highly paid professionals, how they perform when the pressure's dialed up like this. And so far, not so good. Not good, Bob.
Cecil?
I know. I just
Cecil says that all the time.
I know. I was just channeling my inner Cecil
This
right
is the
there.
second time you've done that in the last couple days.
It was kind of a homage to Cecil.
Okay, well then give him a shout out.
Okay,
then.
that was for Cecil.
All right. Let's let Cecil do that. Let's come up with our own stuff.
Okay,
all right,
fair enough.
Yeah.
So Sean Payton yesterday was talking about what the theme has been, the message he's been to his team all week long.
I think we talked a lot about in the team meeting and then the breakout meetings and even relative to us as coaches, the installation, the things that we feel like we know well, not a completely back to basics, but to some degree we got to look at, those things.
Asked if there is a section of the playbook that he feels like is a go-to for this offense.
Yeah, and I think we've evaluated. That's a great question relative to where we are. It's important, and I think this sums it up, is to say, hey, this is an identity relative to running and throwing the ball. This is our identity. I would say we've yet to establish that clearly for anyone watching or ourselves, and so that's us as coaches.
No, I'm glad he was honest to come on and say,
Why?
yeah, 3 weeks in, we don't have an identity on offense. We don't have an identity. Bo Nick says we got to find some way to get into a rhythm.
I think just early game completions, early game, touchdowns, get in a rhythm early in games. It feeds off, the rest of the game, and then, usually those go week to week. You get in a good rhythm, you see things well, and I think that's a little bit of our thing is we're not really catching a rhythm. We're just kind of, hit or miss, and that's, as an offense, it's tough. No matter, if you're trying to run the ball or throw it, you always want to get in a rhythm.
All right, this is why this guy is the most important Bronco on Monday night, not named Bo Nix. It's Evan Ingram. Went through a full practice yesterday, barring any kind of setback over the weekend. He's going to be full go Monday night. And when you think about how excited we were when they landed Ingram in free agency, the idea that, okay, we got ourselves a legitimate tight end. We got ourselves a legitimate pass-catching tight end. And we got a guy that maybe comes the closest on this roster to fitting Sean Payton's desire to have that joker on offense, right? Somebody that you can move around the offense and create mismatches and matchup nightmares, right? He's done nothing in the first 3 weeks. And I don't think it's a coincidence that his absence or lack of production goes along with an offense that's really scuffling through the first 3 weeks. So you give me a healthy Evan Ingram, to me, that's the guy you have to get established right away. You want to get your offense, you want to get your quarterback into a good rhythm, Stoke? Nothing better than having a nice, good tight end target who can get you some easy completions in the middle of the field to get you and your offense in rhythm. Evan Ingram is your most important Bronco on Monday.
I like that. You're right. Bo talked about rhythm. Bo talked about completions. You want to get completions, easy completions? Start highlighting Evan Ingram. Let's put him on some option routes, choice routes, those types of things where he's working, one-on-one against somebody, or he's finding the hole in the zone if they're playing zone. Let's start highlighting him a little bit and putting a little bit on his plate. And so Bo maybe take a little bit off of his plate and say, all right, we got whatever the play call is, and then we got Y juke, Y option, where he's the first read in your progressions. So I like that. I think that's really good. Hopefully he's healthy. Hopefully he can play take on a full workload. But you heard Bo speaking there, and I'm going to get back to that for a second. He was talking about completions, rhythm, touchdowns. It sounds good. Guess what? 31 other teams want to do that. That Broncos aren't the only one. I mean, everyone wants to get some completions early, get in a rhythm early, get in the flow of the game, all those, coaching words. That sounds great. It's fine. You got to go out there and execute. You got to do it. First, third down last week. Two decent plays. You got 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. Kroll wide open. Y'all weren't on the same page. Why are we not on the same page, guys? All right, both those at too far inside. Kroll hooks it up. Incompletion, punt unit come out. Well, looked like a good play call to me to get a completion. Guy's wide open, but you got to execute. So, we can't sit there and just throw bubble screens all dang game. Right. You got to be able to work the middle of the field. You got to be able to complete passes that are there. NFL's too hard when you're not – you got to make layups. Mike, you can't blow a layup. And the Broncos are blowing too many layups offensively because some plays you're going to call and everything is covered. I don't know if you know this, Mike, but the defense gets paid too. They get paid too. So you're going to call – Sean's going to call some plays where Bo drops back and guys are covered. Okay. Now this is where you can shine, but go do your thing. Off-schedule plays. Run the ball, throw it away, whatever the case may be. But, man, when you call a play and the guy's open, wide open, it's got to be a completion.
Klatt talks about this a lot. You got to be, as a quarterback, willing to accept the boring. The line that he was taught over and over again by, Gary Barnett, never get bored with making a profit. Brady had moments where he'd say, okay, I'm going to run the same play 5-6 times in a row. If you guys aren't going to stop it, I'll just keep running the same play and keep taking a free 6 or 7 yards every single play. I'm sure Payton was like that, whether in Indy or Denver. He never had a problem. It's like, all right, if you're just going to keep giving me completions, thank you very much. From what you've seen of Bo in the first 3 weeks, do you see a quarterback who's looking for or maybe is turning down easy completions? Do you see a quarterback who is not embracing the idea of boring is good and you never go broke making a profit? Have you seen that?
Well, there was one that was glaring to me, and he tried to rate. I think it was when Troy Franklin was running the in cut and the ball got batted tipped a little bit, and ended up being behind him, where you had the guy hooking up was wide open. And the thing is, okay, a lot of people, a lot of people say that, don't hey, take the completion and let's keep moving forward. But it's not just about taking the completion. You got to be accurate. You got to be on time. That was the thing about Payton. When we run those plays, the same play that we saw right there, we called it bulls. And I would run up to about 5 yards and hook it up, and then the guy behind me would run like a 12, 14-yard in cut, okay? And, if I hook up and those guys kind of leave that zone voided, okay, it's going to be on time. Right when I turn around, boom, I'm going to get upfield. I'm going to get 3 or 4 more by diving. Not breaking any tackle.
No. You're diving and
low.
getting down.
Yeah, diving and getting
down.
Low, but I'm still going to get the 3 or 4 extra yards.
Sure.
But so you have to be on time, rhythm, and accurate with the football. So it's not just about taking it; it's also about on time with it. And so we haven't seen any of that stuff with the Broncos so far through 3 games.
Still time to get you signed up for our big PS5 bundle we're giving away. Just download the DenverSports app. Click on the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a PS5, Madden 26, and College Football 26, as well as a 70-inch TV. Get signed up. You do not want to miss out on your chance to win. Up next, it's predictions. It's our Survivor picks. All that coming up next.
Will Bo Nix get back on track against the Bengals? Will Nick Benito shine bright again in primetime? Zach Bai and Philip Lindsay will break it all down in a special Monday night edition of the Fan Football Pregame Show. Live on game day from Mile High Station, presented by Sam Adams Oktoberfest. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at O'Meara Ford. Did you know O'Meara Ford has been serving Denver since 1913? That's over a century of trust, experience, and dedication to our community. The moment you walk through the door, you're going to feel it. The welcome, the warmth, the honesty. At O'Meara Ford, you're not just buying a car, you're joining the family. They're proud to be family-owned and operated for generations, and that means they care. I mean, really care about helping you find the right vehicle, the right price with zero pressure. Need service after the sale? Their certified technicians treat your car like it's their own, and they treat you like part of the family. They have one of the largest inventories in Denver with over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles. So whether you're shopping new, pre-owned, or just looking for some honest advice, they've been here for 110 years and they aren't going anywhere. O'Meara Ford, trusted since 1913. Welcome to the family. See why generations of Coloradans choose O'Meara Ford. Visit their showroom on 104th and I-25 or o'mearaford.com for more information.
You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
Brandon Stokley here from my team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Do you need a new furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump? ROX Rocks Heating and Air makes it incredibly easy with their new, free, no obligation online heating and cooling quote. It takes less than 5 minutes and gives you options instantly. No calls, no waiting, and transparent pricing. Only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Catch a ride with Evie and Otto. Catch a ride.
I'm Evie. And I'm Otto. And you're invited to Go Evie Go at Foundation Kia, the premier electric vehicle sales event.
Enjoy free food, giveaways, and really sweet deals on all new EVs.
Yep, before federal rebates expire September 30th.
Foundation Kia is here to stay, but these deals are going away.
Your EV journey starts here. Join us September 25th through 27th for the biggest event of the year. Visit foundationkia.com for more info, and we'll see you in Wheat Ridge. Catch a ride.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
When you're hurt in a car crash or on the job, Postman Law delivers. Don't just hope for help, demand results. Others promise. Postman delivers with ease, speed, and results. Call 844-POSTMAN today. That's 844-POSTMAN.
Do you know what's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide? If you guessed Discover, you guessed right, based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Football is back, and it's time for you to get in the game. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is here to help, and we're giving away a PlayStation 5 bundle. Download the Denver Sports app and tap the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a PS5 console, a 70-inch flat-screen TV, plus copies of Madden 26 and College Football 26. Don't wait. Download the Denver Sports app now. 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Forced surrender.
I tried. We tried. Didn't work. You have my permission. Have fun.
Opinion shaming.
I think we have another candidate for the Mike Evans big board of BS.
No way.
And an occasional superiority complex.
You realize I'm doing a national broadcast, you morons.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Yeah!
Baby.
Man, every week you get better and better with that. The staple to end the Friday show.
This one.
This one. You nailed the first one.
Thank you.
By the way, this is the text of the day. We were saying, are you ready to join me, Mr. Must Win, on Monday?
And if I'm Mr. Must Win, what is your name? And this texter nailed it. With your French Cajun background, I'm Mr. Must Win. You are Monsieur Must Win.
Oh!
Monsieur.
Okay, I like it.
Monsieur. Monsieur Must Win.
I like it. Sounds good.
All right. So we got Mr. Must Win and Monsieur Must Win. Okay, there you go. Let's get to our Survivor picks. We'll save, of course, the fantasy team to Monday. So we'll get to the Survivor picks. Johnny Fever, can you recap what has happened over the first 3 weeks? Which teams we've picked that we cannot use again?
Sure. So last week, Mike, you went Seahawks, and Stink went Seahawks as well. Stoke, you went Commanders. Ty went Chiefs, and I went Bucks. We all won. So everyone, but me is 3-0, and I'm 2-1. So,
hey, how about that Commanders pick by me?
That was strong.
You know why? And
that was
Jaden wasn't playing.
Right, you went with you didn't know Mariota was going
because they were playing the Raiders.
Good
knew job. On the road, Raiders knew they were going to screw it up.
Good job. All right, so what do we have?
So for this week, Mike, you can't pick the Commanders, Cowboys, or Seahawks. Stoke, you have gotten the Broncos, Commanders, and Cardinals. Ty, the Cowboys, Bucks, and Chiefs. And I have picked the Broncos, Steelers, and Bucks so far.
Now, we can't – I mean, we're doing this over the course of 18 weeks. So it's not like, we run the risk of running out of teams. But you can't use a team more than once. But how long do you want to, save some teams, right, for later in the season?
Right. Well, go ahead.
No,
I'm
go
not
ahead.
going to give you any tips.
No,
I'm not going to give you any tips.
Kind of looking at this slate, I almost feel like we're all going to kind of go the same direction, if I was to guess.
Well, I think, the only
There's only one game that stuck out to me.
Well, the only thing you look at here is because it's not a true eliminator pool.
Right.
Right? If it was a true eliminator pool, you might
would have been out week one.
Watch your mouth. You'd probably, maybe you take the Bills because you just want to survive in advance.
Right.
But it's not a true eliminator one. You can lose and still win the whole season long deal. So
you know what? In the spirit of what we just got done talking about, that we want Bo. Don't be bored with being boring. Don't be afraid to take a profit. You never go broke taking a profit. You know what? I'm going to take the layup. I'm 3-0. I'm going to stay in the rhythm of my offense. I'm not going to overthink this. Give me the Detroit Lions at home over Cleveland.
Okay. I like that. I'm not. I'm gonna see. I pushed the envelope last week. I'm feeling risky.
Feeling a little frisky.
Risk it for the biscuit.
A little risky, a little
risk
frisky.
it for the biscuit right here.
I'm curious.
And so I think in these situations you be a little bit more aggressive. But it's calculated. It's not just like random Stokley's acting stupid. This.
Oh, Ty, tell me you got that one.
And just like no.
Can I pick? I think I know where you're going.
Who?
I think you're either going to take Houston or New England.
I'm going Patriots.
Okay.
Mark's game. I am going Patriots. Yeah, that's Mark's game.
Yeah.
I don't believe in Carolina. It's on the road. I think the Patriots have been a little bit sloppy. It's doesn't look like a Mike Vrabel coach team right now. I think they get a lot of it fixed. And Carolina, they had their one great game for the year. They won 30-0 last week. Carolina won 30-0.
Okay.
Put that into perspective. They partied. They won the Super Bowl last week.
Okay.
They can't go back-to-back.
Okay. And New England gave one away against Pittsburgh.
Right.
They should have won the game. They turned it over 5 times, by the way.
Exactly.
So, okay. By the way, Stink was telling me that he's looking forward to visiting with Mike Vrabel this week. He said, Vrabel's always a little ornery with me.
Oh.
And I'm like, why? He goes, because I wore him out as a
Oh,
player.
wow.
I said, oh, really? Okay.
Look at you.
All right, Stink.
Oh.
Looking forward to see what that conversation was like. Ty, who are you going to go with?
I was looking at schedules, and I think I'll go with the Texans this week.
Texans over the Titans. Texans need to win. They're 0-3.
Yeah. How that thing.
Talk about must win.
To shine off of that.
Yeah, right.
That's
my
God.
Pick.
That's a Marilat special right there. I can't believe they didn't hire D'Amico Ryans. Oh, my, look at him. Right. He's already got that team in the playoffs. And how's that worked out for him?
Stoke keeping receipts. I like it.
Stoke keeps receipts.
Stoke does keep receipts.
Not good.
All right, there you go, Ty. Good pick. How about you, Johnny Fever?
I'm going to go with the Bills. Looks like the easiest game, playing
Yep.
the Saints at home.
Okay. You need the
Don't
win.
overthink it. I don't need the win.
You kind of do. You're the
trying-
only one with a loss.
You're the
Listen,
only one with a loss.
Stoke cried his way out of a win. You're going to screw up eventually like you do with
Listen,
fantasy.
okay,
As
wait.
long as I just stay consistent, I'll be all right.
Listen, okay, first of all, here's the problem here. Y'all didn't do y'all's job, okay?
Y'all didn't do y'all's
Okay,
job? That's
yeah.
2 y'alls?
Yeah, let me
Okay.
explain, all right? And so I am on vacation, and then I get a text about, hey, who are you picking for your survivor pick? Guess what? You're not supposed to be texting me when I'm on vacation, okay? I'm not working. So that's why I did a snarky pick, and I picked a game that was the night before. So, yeah, there you go. Don't
excuses, no explanations. Do your job.
Right. So if y'all would have asked me on Thursday when I was here, I would have gave you a real answer. But one of y'all three dropped the ball. And that was John Simmer.
Mark give you a pick?
He did.
Who'd he go
Unlike Stoke, he actually just manned up, said the pick.
Well, Mark's
easy,
still working, though,
and
right
he
now.
won't
He's
be
still
crying
working.
about it on Monday. He
Uh-huh.
picked
Right.
the Texans.
He picked the Texans, too. Well, Mark kind of owed us after this
The
week.
debacle of the week of
Not
Mark
wrong.
And he
Schlereth.
owed you, too, by the way.
He'll make it up to me.
He owed you. Poor Johnny was tossing and turning and getting up at 1:15 in the morning thinking about
Well, it was
soldering and
it was a complete disaster.
welding.
That's all it
and,
was. But you know what? Sometimes you don't have your best, and you just got to overcome it. And that's what you and I did this week.
Right.
You and I.
Right. Mr. Must Win and Monsieur Must Win.
Yeah, and we proved that Mark Schlereth is truly the Adam Troutman of the show. That's what we showed this week.
You
We
know
showed
what?
that. We
I'll
can
tell you
win
what,
without him.
You're right. Not only is he the Adam Troutman of the show, but he had an Adam Troutman-like performance this week.
Right.
Like lining up offside.
Like you can't line up really?
Face
You got
mask?
Seriously?
Come on.
Like you see face mask, you're like, sweet.
Yeah.
That's 15 yards
Yeah.
for us. Wait, on us?
You know. You and Trent Sherfield, you got him on the right, I got him on the left. You let him go right in the middle.
You got him, I got him.
Yeah.
You got no one got him.
I got
How
him.
about that?
You're right. All right, let's get to our predictions. All right, let's do it. We got
All right,
we
let's
got
go.
some. We got some, Ty. Here we go. Let's go. We got predictions.
Yes,
Yes.
Finish strong, Mike. Come on.
All right. Here
Friday.
we go. Let's start. Let's
Hey,
start
Mom.
really quickly. CU.
Uh-huh.
Do they get a not signature win, but definitely a good win? Do they knock off BYU?
No. I'm not going to just blindly have faith in CU. Show me you can do it, and then I'll have faith in you. But I don't have faith in that football team right now. No, they lose that football game.
Yeah, I think I'm with you as well. CSU gets a new quarterback. Do they beat Washington State?
Mike, you know who's going to be in the house, right?
Yeah. Me.
Yeah.
Me.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Of course CSU wins
Boom.
for Evans. Boom.
My first
Anybody
ever-
want a shotgun competition? Evans will be walking around campus.
Find
Bring
me.
it.
Find me. You just look for the guy with the big head. Find me.
Big head.
All right. And the extra
And the
large.
bad clothing.
Big college football. Alabama, Georgia.
Alabama. I'm taking Georgia and Kirby.
I'm going to take Bama.
Okay.
Something I don't.
Why are you looking at John Simmer?
Well,
You
because
just-
he's a Georgia guy.
I know.
Better
watch out.
I'm not sold on Alabama, but I'm not sure if this is the same kind of Georgia team we've been accustomed to watching.
Penn State, Oregon.
Oregon. Oh yeah, Penn State.
Oh, it's going to be a whiteout.
I don't care.
Give me the home
Don't-
team. Give me Penn State.
Don't let Penn
Give
State
me Penn State.
and James Franklin near big games. You know what happens.
listen,
So
give me Penn
I'm going to
State.
go Oregon on Sunday. Baltimore, Kansas City.
Ravens flock. Fly. Flock. I got the Ravens.
Be careful.
Chiefs will be,
1-3.
Chiefs will be 1-3. I have the shovel full of
Yep,
dirt.
yep.
Ready to go.
Ready to toss.
Who do you
ready to
got?
toss.
Who do you got?
I'm going Baltimore too.
Okay.
Baltimore's a better team.
All right.
All right. Woo. All right.
Big week. CU needs to get this one, though.
And finally, U.S. Europe Ryder Cup.
After watching what I watched today,
They're going to be down 3-1.
they're down 3-1. I can't count on the Americans. I just can't. Unfortunately, I can't. They're down 3-1. How am I going to pick the Americans?
I know. All right. Hopefully they can prove us wrong, and in true American fashion, they can rally in inspiring fashion. But, some of these guys look shaky this morning. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'll see you up in Fort Collins. We got Dover and Cecil coming your way next.
Will Vance Joseph's defense take advantage of a backup quarterback? Will Sean Payton find a rhythm on offense? We'll break it all down in the Fan Football Postgame Show, live on game day starting at the 2-minute warning. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
It's your last chance to take advantage of EV federal tax credits at Siltar Motors. This month, get the all-electric F-150 Lightning or the head-turning Mustang Mach-E with 0% interest for 72 months or lease credits up to $11,000 off. Check out their current selection of EVs at sthmotors.com to get the